On the Spurs bench, however. It is the best two words in sports, Game 7. That's what we're getting tomorrow after the Spurs crushed the Thunder 118-91 in Game 6 last night in the Frost Bank Center. Tomorrow night is Game 7, OKC tip-off set for 7 o'clock.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the best phrase in sports. We have a Game 7, y'all. I added the y'all. Sorry about that.
Y'all.
But we do have one tomorrow night in OKC. Spurs got it done last night in Game 6. They crush the Thunder and force a deciding Game 7 tomorrow night. I cannot wait for it. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. Oh, my goodness, what a night.
Crush the Thunder. It is pretty incredible. That run in the third quarter was incredible. The idea that the Spurs were dominating in the first half. Yet at halftime, it was still close. It was still a game. It was like, how were they not up more? We were sitting around at the rooftop, and there was a nervous energy inside the room. And but that run in the third quarter was just a thing of beauty to get to the 2 great words, Game 7. And we'll balance today. We've got a couple of things that we're going to balance today. The dismantling of the defending champions last night to force Game 7, thoughts on Game 7, and, of course, the breaking news this afternoon that Sean Sweeney will be leaving the Spurs after their season ends. Whether it's tomorrow night or after the NBA Finals, he is going to become the new head coach of the Orlando Magic. And I think we all knew that was going to happen sooner or later, and we were hoping for the later. But even James said, that could be a poll question. Will this be a distraction? I said, no. Hell, we didn't even know he was interviewing with Orlando, so no, it's not going to be a distraction.
No, I don't think it's going to be a distraction at all. I think that look, I think even the players knew, Mitch Johnson knew that he wasn't going to keep Sean Sweeney long. With the job he's done with the defense of the Spurs this year has just been phenomenal. And, it has already been rumored several different locations for him. But the Orlando Magic, according to Shams Charania, are finalizing a deal. So it's not quite done yet, but we expect it to be done at any point in time. And I don't think it's a distraction. I mean, if you're Sean Sweeney, you've already made it clear you're not going anywhere until the Spurs season comes to an end, however that happens. And so he's not going anywhere. Nothing will change Spurs-wise. So let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, and let's talk about it with you. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You want to talk about last night's game, your thoughts on Game 7. Reinagel wearing Thunder colors today for whatever reason. I don't know. Our poll question, though.
It's not Thunder.
It really isn't, but a lot of people on YouTube are giving you crap for your shirt choice.
I'm sorry that I don't have about 50 black shirts. Yeah, I don't know. Is that a problem?
I have managed to not wear a blue shirt for 2 weeks, which you did not think was possible. Hell, I did not think it was possible.
And
if my niece wasn't in town to do a little laundry for me, then I'd be screwed because the laundry service. Stop. What?
Your poor niece.
Well, she offered.
Such a nice girl.
She offered.
Such a nice girl.
She offered.
Unbelievable. Well, I'm sure she did. There was probably a stack sitting in the living room somewhere.
She said she was doing laundry for the baby. If I need anything, I had 2 Spurs shirts washed. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all she did. You can verify.
I wore a Spurs shirt yesterday.
She offered, do you want me to do all your laundry? I'm like, no, because, I got a laundry service, but they won't get these shirts back for me in time next week when the final starts.
No, I got you.
If she could knock out those 2 Spurs shirts, I'd be good to go.
Well, I'll probably have to do that before the game tomorrow night.
Yep.
I will wash the shirt that I wore yesterday.
Your lone
my lone Spurs shirt.
Spurs
or I
shirt.
I could don the jersey again.
You could.
That
Yes.
So we'll see. I haven't decided yet.
Speaking of shirts, I didn't get to the poll question. We'll do that in a bit.
Yeah.
But there's a poll question on YouTube.
Oh, you got
know how to
35
get there.
votes there.
SASportsStar.com. Click on YouTube. We'll get to that in a moment. But speaking of shirts, there are photos floating around the internet. I believe News 4 and KBB and some others have had these photos of sealed boxes at Academy of Western Conference Finals championship shirts for the San Antonio Spurs that when they win, you'll be able to line up at Academy to get your shirt. Do you want that shirt? I don't want that shirt. I don't want a conference championship shirt because if they don't win the NBA Finals, you're never going to wear it. You're going to look at that shirt in disgrace, as disappointment. I know because I've had a 2013 shirt for the Western Conference Finals that I just never wore because, well,
you should be proud of that.
Why?
Winning the Western Conference
Doesn't mean
is a
damn
big
thing.
deal. It's a huge deal, winning the Western Conference. I mean, think about that. It's the best conference in basketball.
Sure.
And if you're the best Western Conference team, you're pretty damn good.
You know, you've been around a lot of athletes in your life, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I know one dude that wears an NFC Conference Championship ring when he was with the Seattle Seahawks front office. They did not win the Super Bowl, but most people I know that have played in a Super Bowl and lost, they get a ring for winning the conference championship. They never wear them. It pisses them off every time they see it, except for one guy, John Peterson. Outside of that, and that's how I feel about these shirts. I don't need the line. I don't want it. I don't want it.
But
Yeah.
how are you going to know?
How am I gonna know?
You're going to want to buy one and then see what happens in the finals.
I'm going to save my money for the small loan that I might need for all the championship stuff.
Well, think about
You know,
this.
the
You're
hat,
going to
the
need
shirt.
that T-shirt, Minix, to wear for every finals game.
No.
You should buy, 4 of them.
No, because the Spurs are going to have some on the seat if I go to the game.
All right.
I don't want something that doesn't say you
All
won the
right.
world championship. I don't want the. You remember back in the day when we hung banners for Midwest Conference champions and those shirts?
Mm-hmm.
You don't wear them now. Like I know it's been 7 years, but there's some things for longtime San Antonio Spurs fans. We got over buying shirts for stuff like that.
Well, I don't think we. I didn't buy one of those.
No, and again, I'm like,
It was a freebie.
Well, sure. It's free, sure. But I don't even know that I'd wear it. Unless it's around the house to mow the lawn, if I actually mowed the lawn. I'll wear it while I watch the guy mow the grass. But you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't want that shirt. I remember you giving me crap not long ago. It's been a while, but remember when the Cowboys won the NFC East, you were like, you going to buy a shirt? No. I don't want a NFC East championship shirt. I know they sell that stuff. Hell, after every game, Fanatic sends you an email with what's on special. I don't want any of that. I want the championship stuff or nothing.
Well, the good news is about those shirts from Academy because they're buying them in Oklahoma City as well. And
Sure.
so somebody's going to, some country is going to get a bunch of shirts for free.
And they're not going to know the difference.
They're not.
And that's where they need to go.
All right. Well, that's where a lot of them will go. Hopefully they all say Oklahoma City. And I just want to bring this up again to everybody on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, or if you're driving around this beautiful city of San Antonio. Wasn't Game 5 a must-win game? Wasn't it?
Oh, here we go.
I'm just curious because I thought the series was over.
Dude, it's not over.
Well, no, it's not. So that means I guess Game 5 was not a must-win game, was it?
Here we go.
I'm just saying.
Here we go.
I just want to put that out there.
Can we get this sunk into retirement
I just
now?
want to put that out there. The only reason you want to retire me, Pledge, is because you know I'm right. And that's it.
Well, like the broken clock, but the clock doesn't have to celebrate all that much. A guy that apparently was celebrating a lot last night. John says he was inside the arena last night. John, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Yeah, you talk about being nervous at halftime. I got there early, about 6 o'clock, with my 23-year-old son. We drank in that fan zone for a good while, and then we're feeling good, get our seats. We didn't get up until halftime, get another beer, and we went to the restroom. Three, in the words of Joe Ryan, three payasos were dressed like the nuns, and everybody ganged up on them. How dare you mock our nuns? That's blasphemy. And they were Spurs fans.
Oh, man.
And we were like, get the hell out of here. They're lucky they made it out safely out of there. It was amazing.
John,
I'll hang up and listen, guys. Go Spurs, go.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm visualizing what you're saying. So you walk into the men's room and you see a nun standing at a urinal.
Three nuns washing their
At
hands.
the urinal. Were they making X's or were they in their own individual?
They were in their own individual,
Okay.
but they all dressed like nuns. And I pointed it out to the guy next to me, and all of my fellow crazy Hispanic fans. Those guys were. I was thinking they were gonna get something coming to them, but they got the hell out of there. I said, don't you show up like that in the finals. If we make it to the finals, don't you dare show up like that.
I agree with you.
I mean,
Leave that for those yahoos in Oklahoma City
Yeah, exactly,
to do that.
because I did see, John, some people that were Thunder fans dressed as nuns. I mean, we got Spurs Jesus, and we've got real nuns, and we've got the OnlyFans girls. We're good. We don't need fake nuns standing at a urinal. That's just a visual.
I don't want to see that. But you get a drunk dude walk into the bathroom, you see a nun standing there, you think, ooh, baby.
Oh, stop. Stop.
I'm just saying.
Stop.
You never know. It wasn't John. That's the good news. Dude, we got a lot to talk about, and obviously we want to hear from you as well. A lot of ways to do that. You can call just like John did, 656-3776, 656-ESPN. You can go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, like, subscribe, and comment there. You can get there by going to sasportsstar.com, and or you can get Minix on Twitter, at Jason Minix. I'm at Joe Reinigle 210. However you want to comment, we would appreciate it today because we are celebrating, and nervously, I think, a little bit. We'll see. Plus, you can answer our poll on our Sports Star YouTube page. Spurs, get it done. We got a Game 7. We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, there's nothing I hate more than dishonest business practices. So I built the company GiveMeTheVin.com around this slogan. We do what we say we're going to do when we say we're going to do it. At GiveMeTheVin.com, we show up at your house, check in hand, pay off your payoff. It's just that simple. GiveMeTheVin.com.
We're the only 5-star BBB rated card buyer out there.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, we know you're no stranger to setting big goals, whether in school, at work, or in life, and you're ready for more. At UMGC, we offer the skills-based education you need to move your career forward. Learn how to apply AI, data science, and other emerging tech, plus gain skills in leadership and critical thinking. You've come far. Succeed again. No application fee if you apply by June 1st. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hi, I am Officer Sarai Walton with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring, and you can apply online if you think you have what it takes to become part of the SAPD family. Submit your application at sapdcareers.com. Once you submit your application, you will be contacted to begin the process. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring. Start your journey to a rewarding career by applying online at sapdcareers.com. That is sapdcareers.com.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
So much to talk about today. This Friday edition of the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Big win for the Spurs to force a Game 7 tomorrow night. And then, of course, the news today that Sean Sweeney expected to become the head coach of the Orlando Magic. Pledge brings up a good point, I think, and here's why. Will this be a distraction? Guess what? After shoot-around tomorrow, what are the questions going to be? Not going to be about OKC. How do you guys feel about losing Sean Sweeney?
Yeah, maybe one or
that's going to be the question. I promise you that.
And it will be during the finals as well. But in reality, you've known for a while that Sean Sweeney was going to be a head coach in the league. You know, as it was pointed out on Twitter by Eloy tweeting to us, rookie head coach now has a tree in Sean Sweeney, which is cool. You were kind of hoping he would be here for a year or two more, but not likely to happen. But did you hear at any point that he was interviewing for jobs?
No.
You heard his name circulated and there were people interested, but you never heard that he interviewed for jobs. So being a distraction, I don't think it will be. I don't know that the Spurs would let it. I don't know that Sean would let it because he went through the interview process, and there's been a couple of openings. We don't know that did he interview for some of those other jobs as well that he did not get. You know, this seems very different than in the National Football League where everybody interviews. Teams have to announce who's interviewing and if they're by Zoom or in person and all that kind of stuff. And it's never a distraction. This guy has a job to do, and he wants to win with the San Antonio Spurs. So I don't think it will be a distraction. I'd be surprised if Sean let it become a distraction, or Mitch, or these players who had incredible focus last night. And whether Wemby's wardrobe to the show, apparently it was for Islam holiday, not the monks. I thought it was the monks when we saw them walking in. I'm like, dude's focused tonight.
Yep.
Look at that, right? We were sitting at the rip up going, what is he wearing?
Well, just real quick, I know Sean's not going to make it a distraction. Nobody else, but reporters will. That's what I'm saying. Nobody has control over them. They're going to ask the question. How do you feel about Sean Sweeney leaving?
Happy for him, man.
Well, exactly. But those are going to be the questions. So they're going to have to answer them. They're not going to be able to avoid them. That's all I'm saying. I know Sean Sweeney's not going to let it be a distraction. I know Mitch won't let it, but reporters will. They're going to ask the question.
Yeah, but I mean, and you'll get standard answers.
Sure.
When I think of something like that becoming a distraction, I'm not thinking about the media session in those couple of questions that get asked. I think of a distraction like, hey, Sean didn't put enough time into the film study because he was looking at Orlando rosters.
Well, how do you ever know that?
Well, you don't.
You don't.
But that's why I say I don't think he will or Mitch will or the players. I mean, getting asked questions, becomes a little bit of a maybe annoying answering them for some of those players.
Exactly.
But I don't know that it will affect his job in his preparation.
I don't think it will either. You're missing my entire point. I don't think Sean Sweeney's going to miss a beat.
Yeah.
I don't. All I'm saying is, instead of that, well, how do you feel? What's Oklahoma City going to do? There will be those questions, and the players will have to think about that. And I'm sure it won't be a problem for them, but I'm just saying they are going to have to address them.
Sure. But is that a distraction?
Well, I don't know. We'll find out,
Yeah.
I guess.
Somebody losing sleep over Sean's not going to be on the staff anymore. What am I going to do? Unless he brings really good kolaches or something to practice.
Well, I would say he did a hell of a job defensively. So unless you get somebody else there that's going to do as good a job as he did, it could be.
Do you think maybe last night the hiring people with the Orlando Magic were watching the Spurs in the third quarter and went, they just went on a 20-2 run. Let's hire that guy.
No.
Okay.
I don't. But I don't know how much the players knew. Did they know he was going through the process? And this may be a surprise to them as well. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be anything huge, and I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, but what I'm saying is they're losing a guy that's been very key in what happened this season and what will continue to happen this season if they're successful tomorrow night. All I'm saying, I'm sure those guys really like Sean Sweeney. They're going to be happy for him, but he was a major cog in what happened. He's the assistant head coach, for goodness sake.
Yep.
So it's got to be a little bit sad, I would think, and there's got to be some emotion there. How do they handle it? That's all. That's all I'm saying. And so they're going to have to answer those questions, and I'm sure they'll all give great answers. We're happy for him. It's great. Glad he's going to be whatever.
He's earned it.
But it will be asked, and because I guarantee you there's going to be some questions about it. So,
going to be fun and interesting. I'm just ready for Game 7, right? I mean, I'm especially with how thorough the Spurs dominated, especially in the second half last night, and you go back and you think about some of the stuff that we talked about yesterday about. Especially Wemby and his energy. Yet it was Oklahoma City that put up the white flag pretty early last night, saying there's no point of chasing here because now we have to have a full tank for Game 7. And that allowed Wemby to get a lot of rest last night. He only played, 28 minutes, just a couple of minutes in the fourth quarter, had that dunk, and then he went and sat down. Some of us that might have been playing props and had Wemby needing 28.5 points are a little pissed today because he finished with 28. And you talk about a guy that came out on fire and looked focused. And again, the early threes were driving me nuts while we were sitting there at the Rupa, but he was making them. But I was surprised with the threes that they were making early that didn't have a bigger lead early in that game.
Well, they made 11 of them in the first half,
Yeah.
and they only had a 7-point lead. Look, and again, it was a great game. It was dominating, but can we just go back for a minute? They did the same thing in Game 4.
Yep.
And then they got their ass kicked in Game 5. So this series is not over. It's going to be a great game tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. But just because they dominated last night, it doesn't mean they're going to do that again tomorrow night. And maybe they will. Who knows? But I'm just saying that's what I love about the playoffs. Every game is its own story. They all have their own story, and tomorrow night will as well.
Well, and you look at role players play better at home than on the road historically. De'Aaron Fox has been bad the last couple of games. That's been a bit of a concern. The fact that he was 1 of 9 at shooting last night, did have 7 assists, but he has not shot the ball well, and he's one in the last game in Oklahoma City. You thought he was going to play better because he plays better on the road. The idea of playing desperate, and they were desperate last night. Wemby was asked last night after the game about having that desperate feel.
Feels like it erases kind of all the little mistakes that we do that are human nature, whether it's in the regular season or previous games. we just got to fight that all the time. And when your back's against the wall, it feels like it's the best opportunity to do that.
When your back's against the wall, well, look, they were hot last night. I mean, they were hot. They were everybody. Devin Vassell was great. Dylan Harper was great last night. And you're right. These role players played extremely well last night. Hopefully, you can get the same out of them tomorrow night, and they're going to need that again tomorrow night. But it was fantastic. I love Dylan Harper. I got to be honest with you. Wemby's Wemby, but I think Dylan Harper might be my new favorite player. This guy is fantastic. I love his athletic ability. I love the moves that he makes. I love his confidence for a 19-year-old kid. He may be my favorite Spur at this point in time.
Your favorite Spur not named Wemby? Or just favorite Spur?
Favorite Spur, completely.
I mean, when you look at it, it's kind of like Manu. Who's your favorite Spur not named Tim? Manu, right? Or maybe it's Manu. It is interesting, but for a rookie, the moxie that he plays with. And Dylan talked last night about the key for Game 7.
I think for us, really just kind of put our imprint in the game early, not relaxing and waiting for us to respond. I think we got to go out there and just throw the first swing. And I think that's the biggest thing for us. And just that and for the bench, just coming out there and just proving ourselves.
Look, if the Spurs are going to make 15 three-pointers, ain't nobody beating them. Yep. I mean, they're just not. There's nobody going to beat that team if they're hot from the outside like they were last night. And Oklahoma City, on the other hand, was ice cold. Part of that was Spurs defense.
Yep.
Part of it was just they just missed. And everybody was missing. Nobody was making shots for them. So it's just one of those nights for Oklahoma City and a great night for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, and now you get ready for a Game 7, and you think about a rookie and Dylan Harper. A rookie. And would the stage be too big, nerves get to him? This dude says, no, man, I want to be a part of something legendary.
Legendary. I think there's been a lot of legendary Game 7s, and I feel like we're the group that, we want to be a part of that. We want to be a part of that kind of history of Game 7. So, I mean, we're going to go out there. We're going to go out there swinging. No matter what, we're going to leave it all on the table.
And they will, and I believe it. And this kid is healthy. Obviously, whatever was bothering him is not bothering him anymore, and he's doing what he's doing. He's fantastic, and the sky's the limit for that dude. I really believe that. He's just a remarkable player, and I'm enjoying watching that dude play.
You think about it does all start with Vic, and from his wardrobe when he arrived to that fiery speech on the court before the game, Mitch Johnson was asked, what was the difference in Wemby last night?
I would say his overall activity, and that probably, from my perspective, was just from his will and intent on leaving his imprints on the game.
What he does.
That's what he does.
Harper was asked was Wemby seemingly more locked in?
Yeah, I mean, we all had a bad taste in our mouth after the last game. We felt like we left a lot on the table, and that's just what Vic do. I think that's the type of guy he is, man of his word. So when he kind of came with that outfit, I think everyone knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. So you wonder, can he do the same thing tomorrow night? And whatever seemed off in Game 5. And again, I'll go back to Carmelo Anthony. I wasn't at the arena. I didn't see him warming up. But when he said he looked off before the game, and then he had the game that he did, and then skipped out on the media, last night completely different. Will he be that same kind of laser focus going into Oklahoma City tomorrow night? He needs to be. Can he be?
That's the question with all of these guys. And again, when you have the momentum the way they had it, although again everybody was a little nervous at halftime, they only led by 7 points. But when you're hitting those shots and you see those things go down, man, your confidence just rises. And not to say that they weren't confident going into the game, but that just grows and grows and grows the more shots that fall. And if they start hitting shots tomorrow night in Oklahoma City early, you'll see the same thing. I'm convinced of it. I have a feeling Oklahoma City will shoot a little bit better in their own home arena tomorrow night as well. That's why I'm hoping, and trust me, I want the Spurs to win that game tomorrow night, but I would like to see a game not like we saw last night necessarily. I want to see a game that goes right down to the wire. I'm one of those instant classic type of Spurs wins.
Like game one?
Exactly. That would be fantastic. And according to Corgi, the wonder dog, that it took 2 shots to make the bucket for the Spurs in Game 7. Sounds like an overtime game to me.
Well, that's how you have to look at it. Your belief in that dog, Eric Corgi. That is our poll question today, which right now already has 98 votes. Get into YouTube and vote in the poll. SASportsStar.com. You can click through YouTube. If you're already on YouTube, just search out San Antonio Sports Star. I'm actually kind of surprised by this poll at this point. How are you feeling about Game 7? Confident is 48%. 50-50 is at 23%. I believe in Eric Corgi is only 18%. And 10% of you say Spurs have no chance.
I'm surprised at the 10%. That one surprises me the most. Confident. Spurs fans should be confident. I mean, this team is playing extremely well.
I thought the dog was going to run away with this thing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, do you want to put all your faith in a dog?
Well, what else do you have to hang your hat on? I mean, the dog's been right all the way through.
He has, but is this a first for him? I mean, he was dead wrong the last time, was he not? I don't know. I don't remember what Corgi did. But, yeah, for 6 games, he's been dead on.
I mean, you know, it's one thing to say, yeah, this game is going 7, but how we get there, and the dog has been right.
He really has, which is surprising, right?
Yes.
Because you got the dog having the Spurs winning Game 6 and 7 back-to-back. So, yeah, and when you first saw that, you're going, wow, there's no way. I mean, it's going to get to 7. The Spurs may win, but not like that. And here we are. So, Corgi's been right. You got to give him credit. Give that dog a treat. Something. But, yeah, it's amazing what that dog has done. And, hell, I hope he's right.
Are the Nuns going to get to Oklahoma City?
I don't know. I saw a tweet from April Ancira, who they turned it down. They had an offer to go on Game 5 and didn't go.
Well,
so I don't know if they'll be convinced to go. I guess they can, right? Do they have to get permission to do that?
I mean, whatever we need to do, we'll get them a permission slip. Do they fly up on the same plane with the OnlyFans chicks?
Or the guys that were peeing in the men's room last night? I don't know.
Well, they don't get to go.
I mean, what the hell?
They don't get to go.
With the
I mean, you got to figure out what is your good luck charm.
Here's what we're not talking about right here.
What's that?
We played the song yesterday at the end of the show, and the Spurs kicked the Thunder's ass.
You know what? We should take all the credit for that win last night.
I'm thinking we should take some of it.
I mean, Dylan Harper is going to credit Vic's wardrobe. I'm going to credit Ego Mendoza in that song.
We're undefeated since we played it.
That's exactly right.
I mean, do you hear a Rocket fan just say, we are undefeated? Uh-huh. Yeah, Pledge. Welcome to the bandwagon.
Yes, there's plenty of room on the bandwagon.
I've been here for a minute.
Uh-huh.
Plenty of room. We're talking a lot of Spurs, and we'd like for you to talk as well. A lot of good comments on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. We appreciate that. Continue doing that on this Friday afternoon. Give us a call, 656-3776, 656-ESPN, at Jason Minix on Twitter. I'm at Joe Ryan Eagle 210. However you want to do that, well, we would appreciate it. Let's talk about it. Let's celebrate a little bit and get ready for a huge Game 7 in OKC tomorrow night. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. We all seem to be in a rush these days, from work to driving our kids around. But when you're behind the wheel, please do not speed. A few minutes saved by going faster is never worth the risk. So follow the speed limit, enjoy the drive, maybe bring some snacks for the kids, and know that along the way, you're getting quality time with your family.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Children want and need to be active. Sometimes everyday activities can be difficult for children with asthma. May is Asthma Awareness Month. The City of San Antonio Metro Health's SA Kids Breathe program is here to help. This free program offers education to better understand and control your child's asthma. If you have a child with asthma between the ages of 3 and 17 and live in Bexar County, call 210-207-7282 or visit sa.gov/health.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
We're just discussing the highlights of last night, watching the game.
Mamma mia.
At the Root Pub.
What a game.
It was fantastic. A lot of fun. Wherever you watched it, I'm sure you had a lot of fun just watching the Spurs, especially in that third quarter, just go off. 20-0 run that broke the thing open, and that was really it. Here's what I've seen a lot of today on the social medias, depending, and again, we've talked about this ad nauseum throughout the entire thing. Depending on what side you're rooting for, the referees suck. Today, OKC fans, the officials suck. Just a lot of good stuff. But look, I'm here to say I am happy the Spurs have finally come to the playoffs, gotten to the Western Conference Finals, and they're fighting fire with fire. Wemby pulling Lou Dort's hair last night. Carter Bryant running over SGA a couple of times. Look, I'm here for it. And if that's the way you got to play, that's the way you got to play. That's why I didn't buy all this ethical basketball crap because it's the playoffs. You do whatever you have to do within the rules to win. That's it. And the Spurs figured that out last night, and they got it done. They showed OKC, you know what, we can be just as physical as you.
Well, and it was really good to see that out of Carter Bryant. In fact, Mitch Johnson praised the young player for bouncing back.
Yeah, Carter, there's much to do with what happened a couple games ago, I know, and the visual of it. Carter has been as coachable as anybody. At times, he probably is trying to do the right thing too much, and I think that's where, at times, the urgency and the competitiveness of myself comes out, because I just want that kid to play fast and aggressive. He has as good of raw instincts, and when he plays free and allows his instincts to follow his athleticism and aggressiveness, good things happen. And when he can be disciplined a little bit on top of it, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's fun to watch, but I just think the Spurs got the message, and whether that was Wemby at the end of what was it, Game 5, whatever, I don't remember what game it was, where he's whispering into Plumlee and Biyombo's ear. And if that's what they talked about, let's get physical with these guys, knock them on their butt. But, look, I thought the officials last night, for the most part, let everybody play. I mean, I did. I didn't see anything, and I'm sure somebody will argue with me, but I didn't see – I thought they let them play. And it got physical, but they let them play.
And it was consistent on both ends, right? And as fans, that's what you want. I mean, the fact that Oklahoma City only took 12 free throws for the game. Now, the Spurs took 25. And Oklahoma City fans are bitching today because, generally speaking, Shea is going to get to the line by himself 12 times. But he only took 3 free throws last night because they weren't letting him – they weren't falling for the flop, if you will. And there's been so much talk about it. It's clear. You heard the commissioner on with Pat McAfee talking about the flopping. And it's weird when you have a 2-time MVP and a champ get criticized by former NBA players that are now talking heads on TV. In fact, on Get Up this morning, Jay Williams and the Get Up producers, they created an entire new segment just to make fun of SGA.
First off, I'd say SGA is one of the most special players we have in the game of basketball. He is elite when he plays up and down. There's a reason why he's 2-time MVP. But cue this. We're going to have this segment that's going to call Life Alert with SGA. Okay. Help me, I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Oh, no.
Okay? Let's just talk through it. SGA at the top of the key here is going to start driving down the lane. And as he drives down the lane, I want everybody to pay attention to where he is. Time and situation. Goes up, fading away, straight up and down. Can make that shot. Player defending him in the pocket, not extending. Why fall down? Falls down, number one. Why? No need to fall down, SGA.
And that goes on for 2.5 minutes.
It does.
Life alert. Falling. And I can't get up, Zach. But for a 2-time MVP, it really is kind of amazing, kind of baffling that a player of that caliber is getting criticized the way he is, because that style of play is in a big way why he has won a couple of MVPs. And, you know, Pledge and I were talking about it earlier. Is it because when you're in the regular season, maybe you're not watching as closely to every game, and the playoffs start, you watch every game, and you see it over and over and over again, and you go, well, what the hell is he doing? It is weird, though, that he is getting the criticism that he is from guys like Jay Williams.
Look, because those guys didn't do that. But there are a bunch of guys that have come before SGA that did. And I think social media makes it more obvious to more fans. When you're seeing, when James Harden was in his prime and he was flopping all over the place, it didn't seem to me to be that big of a deal to everybody around the league. You hated watching it. But again, I guess seeing this, and then you go on Twitter today, you see Oklahoma City fans, every foul that they think, every dirty play that they think the Spurs, it's on there. Every dirty play the Spurs fans think the Thunder did is on social media. So you're seeing it all. Look, again, SGA is a special player, but you don't watch him all the time. And now they are seeing him, and I think that's a good point, and that's where we're at. And the officials, to their credit, are not letting him get away with it. I think there's been one game in the series where he's actually gone to the free throw line a lot. And that's it, pretty much.
And the Spurs defense on him has been incredible. Mm-hmm. When you look at his shooting percentage, it is pretty incredible when you think about what they have held him to on a defensive standpoint. So, you know, you have that going for you, but also, and we talked about it some yesterday, when we were talking about all the offensive stuff, then we brought up, you know what, the defense has to be great tonight, and it was. And Steph Castle said last night, it all started on the defensive end.
I just think all of our focus and attention was on the defensive end. I don't think scoring against them has been, a problem for us. I think just, our self-inflicted mistakes like turnovers and allowing them to get offensive rebounds and easy buckets is what slows us down. So I think when we're focused on defense and we're getting stops and being able to get out and run and get easy looks, it makes the game pretty simple for us.
You know, we praised, I did, Dagnall after Game 5 and the adjustments he made. I'm going to give the same praise to Mitch Johnson for the Game 6 adjustments. And I just think at times last night it looked like Oklahoma City was confused. They didn't know what to do or how to attack the Spurs. And I think that's a credit to Mitch Johnson. And, again, this has been a great chess match. And it's going to be tomorrow night because you know Dagnall's going to come up with something. He's going to have something up his sleeve, and Mitch Johnson and the Spurs are going to have to react to it. The Thunder did not react well to whatever changes Mitch made last night. The Spurs are going to have to react well to whatever they do tomorrow night.
Yeah, the fact that 2 games this series, 2 games, the Spurs defense has held Oklahoma City to under 100 points.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible when you think about the high-scoring Oklahoma City Thunder. And in the 3 Thunder wins, they have had to score more than 120 points. Through 6 games in a 3-3 series, the Spurs are averaging 119.8 points. Oklahoma City is averaging 119 points. It is pretty wild when you think about it in those terms, how even these teams are, although the last couple of games have been blowouts by each team. This is so reminiscent of the 2005 NBA Finals between the Spurs and the Detroit Pistons, where there were a couple of games in there where the blowouts happened and you go, all right, well, what's going to happen next? The chess piece. And, of course, the Spurs won that one in a 7th game, but at home.
Yeah, so going to be interesting. And I love Game 7s. I've had the fortune of being at several, as you have as well. And it's just there's nothing like it because every possession matters. It just does. And you can't let teams go on runs. And you just everything matters. And it's just it's amazing. If you've never witnessed that as a Spurs fan, and I know maybe a lot of you haven't, you're going to enjoy tomorrow night. It is going to be one of the best games you will ever watch at any time.
The stats, and this is kind of interesting. I saw this again this morning on Get Up. Since 2017, excluding the bubble in 2020 where there was no home court, home team record in Game 7s. The home team is 14-15 since 2017. Before 2017, in a Game 7, the home team was 101-25. And
wow.
They talked about the difference since 2017 is more and more teams going with the 3 ball, and that's really the one thing that they said this morning could be the difference. But isn't it kind of wild that it's only one game under 500, but home teams in a Game 7 are 14-15?
That's crazy. And typically, I guess in this day and age, home court doesn't mean as much but the last 3 games it has. Spurs have blown out Oklahoma City twice, and then the Thunder obviously put it to the Spurs in Game 5. Both teams have won on the other's home court. Spurs have done it.
Yep.
It took double overtime to get that done, but they did it. And so we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Maybe OKC just I don't say they haven't figured the Spurs out because obviously they've won 3 games. But they're doing a hell of a job on SGA. They really are. They're doing a hell of a job on Chet Holmgren, who has just been made to look silly for the most part, except in Game 5 where he had a decent game. But Spurs have done a great job on their stars, and it's been their role players who have really bailed them out in some of these games.
It is pretty wild. If you go to our YouTube page, you talk about silly. Look at the great graphic pledge developed today of Chet Holmgren. That's well done.
Does he look like Beavis or Butthead?
No, he's just a little like I can't say that I'm thrilled with what Pledge did with My Eyes or Ryan Eagle's Guns, but Chet crying is pretty funny.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen him. He looks like Butthead from Beavis and Butthead. Doesn't? I mean, he does. It's a very strong resemblance there. But yeah, I mean, look, last night, I mean, Wemby owns that guy. I mean, he does. And if there was ever a comparison between those two, there should never be again. Because Chet he doesn't match up with Wemby at all. Wemby kills him every single time. And And then even Luke Cornett did a decent job last night.
Luke was good last
He
night.
was. He was.
Luke was solid. I mean, again, backs against the wall in a must-win game, Joe.
That's right.
It was a must-win game.
Well, now both teams' backs are against the wall. Both teams face a must-win game. Who can get their back off the wall?
Win or go home.
That's right.
Sink or swim.
Go fishing. Make your Cancun plans.
You know, is it fair to say with the Spurs, win or go home? Because if they win, they will also come home, right? Their season isn't going to be over, but they will come home.
Well, yes, they will.
I mean, because I know with Joe, you've got to be very accurate with the definition, so you can't say it's a win or go home game because they will come home.
They will.
Afterwards.
They got to clean out the lockers and say goodbye to Sean Sweeney.
Not if they win.
Well, no, if they win, they're coming up. They get to start the finals at home.
But they're still coming home.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 Well, Oklahoma will stay home.
Yes.
So it's win and stay home for OKC. Or stay home, one of the two. Either way.
Just win, baby.
The NBA Finals will start in the Western Conference, so that's the good news. If the Spurs can pull this thing out, they will get the first two games right here in San Antonio, and that is fantastic. I just love it. Again, the other big news today is Sean Sweeney, Jason, and Shams Charania actually broke that news, and then I'm seeing some other outlets saying, according to our sources, Sean Sweeney's gone. Well, Shams Charania was on with Malika Andrews just a few minutes ago, and he was talking about Sean Sweeney.
Malika, sources tell me that Orlando is hiring Spurs associate coach Sean Sweeney as the franchise's next head coach. Sweeney gets this job during a process that also included finalists in Billy Donovan and Jeff Van Gundy. So now Sweeney will finish up the rest of this postseason on the Spurs bench. We know his value to Mitch Johnson throughout this first season overall for him in San Antonio, running the defense, one of the top defensive teams in the NBA, a 28-win improvement from last season. And I'm told Sean Sweeney really clinched this job in a meeting with ownership in San Antonio on an off day on Wednesday. He's coached stars like Giannis, Luka Doncic, now Wemby, and Stephon Castle, and now will take over a team that has Eastern Conference contending aspirations in Orlando.
And I think Shams is right. Orlando is an up-and-coming franchise. I mean, they are. They've got some talent in Orlando, and I think and when you hear Stan Van Gundy, I mean, my gosh, really?
Jeff Van Gundy, same thing.
Whoever,
really,
Van Gundy,
Van Gundy,
whoever the hell. Why would you hire him? And then you got Billy Donovan, who. Well, he didn't do much in Chicago, and so why not get a guy that is up and coming, fresh ideas, who has done something to the Spurs team that defensively that's just been spectacular. I think it's a good hire for Orlando, and it sucks for San Antonio.
It does, but not entirely unexpected. I think a lot of Spurs fans, once you learned who Sean was, which was, I don't know, probably somewhere around March, you were probably hoping that he would be here for at least another year. But too many openings this year. And quite frankly, if he was going to leave the organization, I'm glad he's going to the East. I am thrilled that he's not going to the Dallas Mavericks. Now, granted, he came from the Mavericks organization, but I'm glad he's not in the West, and I'm sure as hell glad he is not in Dallas.
Well, and I'm pretty sure that's why he's not in Dallas. He came from that franchise and doesn't want any part of that nonsense there. Orlando's a good team there with Paolo Banchero, the anchor of that team, and they've got some pieces there. I think it's a good move for Sean Sweeney, absolutely. And look, you wish him well because everybody wants that head coaching opportunity. And he's getting that head coaching opportunity. Who replaces him here in San Antonio? Obviously, is a conversation once all of this is over, because if you haven't heard, Sweeney is not going anywhere for as long as the Spurs are alive. And if that's all the way through to a championship, well, he's still here with us, so he's not going anywhere. And that is certainly the good news. There's no question about that. So.
And you look at last night's game, I mean, Shams said he finalized everything Wednesday here in San Antonio. Cool. But if you're watching, especially the second half last night, the third quarter last night, that's our guy. That's our guy.
No, absolutely. I think if you've been watching the playoffs, the way the Spurs play defense, And if that's his bailiwick, man, he's good at it, and he's done a great job here in San Antonio. We got to take a break. Obviously, a lot more Spurs talk throughout the day. And, again, we invite you to chime in however you want to do that. A lot of folks on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page with some great comments. Some okay.
Comes with the territory.
That comes with the territory. But when we come back, there was a man who identifies as a deer. Do you identify as anything, Minix? Like, I don't know, a bird, a turtle,
Neither.
Okay, just checking.
Not a turtle.
Yeah, because I know people identify as things
Do they?
from time to time. Well, you might want to be careful at what you identify with, and depending on the time and the place and the season. We'll talk about it. We continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
KTFM Floresville. The San Antonio Sports Stars studios are powered by the City of San Antonio Metro Health. During Asthma Awareness Month, Metro Health reminds you asthma doesn't have to keep you off the court. Know your triggers, follow your game plan, and stay ready to play. Go Spurs go.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
These guys around the country made a fan page for us. So, Rico Suave, what is it that stimulated you about our program?
It's a love of the show, man.
What would you like to see us do more of since you're a P1 listener?
Girls on trampolines during the break. They're pre-K.
Man.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Eczema, eczema, eczema. So many ads for eczema products. But those fancy TV ads don't mention that those prescription products can cost thousands of dollars. There's a smarter way. It's Exoderm for eczema and dermatitis. Exoderm costs less than $20. Yep, less than $20. You don't need a prescription, and it's available on the first aid aisle of your local store. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean, hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives or nasty chemicals. Exoderm, fast, effective relief from the itching and inflammation of eczema. This stuff really does work. Take back control. Heal eczema flares with soothing Exoderm Flare Control Cream. It's on the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, and at Target and Walmart too. Exoderm for eczema. Now that's smart.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
It's a hot spot on your dog's leg that the internet says you can treat it at home. You're not sure though, 'cause now it's oozing.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Ooh, he's licking it. Super gross, dude.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, upgrade to a Tempur-Pedic and learn how you can get 3% back plus an instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
What does it mean to work with one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas? At Thomas J. Henry, it means we can take cases all the way to trial when others would have accepted a low settlement offer. It means Thomas J. Henry can put our team of legal minds, investigators, and medical experts to work for you. It means you get personal attention and access to our team when you need us. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
This is the highlight of my morning. Hey, what's up? It's Island.
And I'm Josh.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit is that it's our go-to morning comfort.
And you've got that nice golden fluffy egg.
With a soft, flaky biscuit.
Crispy bacon.
Melty cheese.
You want something quick, you want something convenient, but most of all, you want something good.
There's no better way to start your morning.
There we go.
Start off the morning with a Chick-fil-A Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with Simply Orange Juice. Order on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
We have a Game 7 to play in Oklahoma City tomorrow night. The Spurs made sure of that by crushing the Thunder last night in Game 6, 118-91. The breaking news this afternoon, according to Shams Charania, the Orlando Magic finalizing a deal that would make Spurs assistant Sean Sweeney their next head coach. However, Sweeney will finish the season here in San Antonio on their bench.
SportsCenter brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's a Friday to celebrate, Spurs fans, and I know all of you are. A lot of celebration going on last night. Today, we'll be celebrating until, about 7 o'clock tomorrow night when everybody will get nervous again as the Spurs meet the Thunder one final time. Game 7 for a trip to the NBA Finals. That is on the line. Thanks for joining us here on this Friday afternoon. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix, and I'm happy about a Game 7. Cannot wait for it. I love them.
Absolutely. I mean, no better words than those 2 words, Game 7. I like them a lot more when my team is not involved, so I can enjoy it a little bit more. But I cannot wait. Whatever you were doing last night, you got to replicate. We'll be at the same spot at the Roof Pub tomorrow night. I can guarantee you that. The idea of having a Game 7, and while the games have not all been great in this series, the fact that everybody was expecting this to be an epic battle that would go 6 or 7 games, and it's going 7. And you've had Oklahoma City play well, blow out the Spurs. You've had the Spurs play well and blow out Oklahoma City, and you've had a double overtime game. This series is an instant classic. I hope tomorrow night is also an instant classic Spurs victory.
Well, I hope so too, and I hope it is one of those games. It at least comes down to the fourth quarter. You see a game like last night, and you're happy about that, and the fact that you didn't have to stress. There was no worry involved. And I know a lot of fans probably would hope for something like that tomorrow night. Look, I'm a fan. I want the Spurs to win, but I want to see a game where both teams just throw punches, not literally.
Well, maybe.
No. I don't want to see that. But both teams just play their asses off, and the Spurs come up with the final shot, if you will, or the best.
You just got to quit that.
The final couple of minutes and just take over that thing and get it done, and let's move on to the NBA Finals.
I'm with you. I'd love that, but honestly, a 20-2 run in the third quarter, and you just sit and drink a little bit more in the fourth quarter, and be election coverage like we did last night in the video. Let's just call it now because the digital people are like, hey, we need a video after it.
Screw it.
Yeah, I if we're winning, I'd rather it be that.
Nah. You don't want that. You're a sports fan, for goodness sake. Well, that's good. You guys, I hope you get that. I hope I get what I want. Spurs victory either way, but I want a good game. I don't want to sit there in that third quarter. This is over. What do we do now?
Shots.
Okay, we're doing those anyway.
Well, true. But they're a lot more fun when they're celebratory shots.
Celebratory or you need them for anxiety to begin with. Either way, take shots, do whatever you want. I want a close game, man. I do. I want to see this. I don't want to blow out. Come on. Blowout, you guys. You bunch of wieners.
How are you feeling about Game 7? That is our poll question right now on YouTube. You can access that through sasportstar.com. If you're on YouTube, search out San Antonio Sports Star. Your 4 options, you're confident. That leads the way right now at 45%. 50-50 is at 28%. I believe in Air Corgi at 17%. Spurs have no chance is 11%. Those are the 4 options. Go vote in our YouTube poll through sasportstar.com.
That one surprises me, the 11%. My goodness.
There's some haters in there.
I guess.
I'm surprised that more people aren't going with the dog.
So is that what you went with, Corgi?
No, I went with confident.
You did?
I did. I'm confident.
I went 50-50.
Did you?
I did.
Well, because your original prediction was what?
OKC in 7.
Okay.
And I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. And I did that for you, Spurs fans, if you forgot that. Because when this series first started, every talking head in the world, national TV, was picking the Spurs to win. I'm going, you can't do that. That's a jinx of all jinxes. So I put the Joe Reinagle jinx on Oklahoma City.
Unplug it, maybe.
So there you go. So you're welcome, San Antonio. When the Spurs win tomorrow night, I expect flowers. Thank me.
You want flowers?
Yes.
Or fireball?
Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yes, alcohol would be great.
When the ducks quack, feed them.
I'll be quacking.
Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
You know, we have a little bit of an update to start the Headline Blitz. Remember, several weeks ago, there was a story about a judge who was having sex in the chambers very loudly, and there was a complaint. Now, they have identified who this judge was having sex with.
Who was it?
A deputy chief in the Atlanta Police Department. Married.
But you think you're pretty safe in the judge's chamber, wouldn't you think?
Well, you would, except for it was loud enough to where a lot of people heard and they complained.
Who was loud, him or her?
Yes.
Apparently, the deputy chief is pretty good at what he does.
The Atlanta Police Department has launched an investigation to determine if the person mentioned in the Committee on Judicial Conduct and Disability of the Judicial Conference of the United States is indeed an employee of the Atlanta Police Department. Bloomberg Law is the one that is reporting that it was the chief and this particular judge. For 2 years, the judge routinely heard criminal cases engaged in a secret extramarital relationship with a prominent officer of a large law enforcement agency in the judge's district. And now they have identified the particular cop who has not responded for comment.
Well, are they going to fire the dude? And what happens to the judge?
Well, in the cases that she has heard that the Atlanta Police Department could be involved in.
Wow.
The judge, who is married to Georgia State Court Judge Brian Ross, received a, quote, private reprimand for the conduct.
Oh, a private reprimand. Come on.
Well, I mean.
Look, if she's making enough noise that everybody can hear her, this dude's going to get laid whenever he wants. I mean, come on. He's going to be a superhero.
Really?
Well, yeah. Every other lady that heard that goes,
Unplug it, maybe.
Officer.
Mm-hmm. Steamy affair with the judge in her chambers. Can you imagine your court? See me in the chambers. I can't wait.
Wow. Hey, Minnick, somebody brought up something on her. Not to go chasing a squirrel, but I forgot about this too.
What?
You got your Bob Mills thing on the line still.
Oh, crap, I do.
You do?
I do. My furniture is hanging in the balance. I forgot about that.
How about that?
Yes.
Yeah, Ruben brought that up on our San Antonio
Ruben,
Sports
for
Star
reminding me.
YouTube page. So you might be a little more nervous tomorrow night.
Not really.
No?
I mean, it's kind of weird. It's already paid for. It's just I'll get it refunded.
Well, but that would be kind of nice to get that get that money back.
Absolutely. You're right.
Huh.
Forgot about that.
Wow, so did I. I'm glad Ruben didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, Ruben. You get an A for the day, buddy.
Absolutely. You know who doesn't get an A for a day? A guy in Illinois who had a great Memorial Day weekend. He went bar hopping.
Yes.
In a stolen police car.
When I saw that story, it reminded me of Hangover. You know, the movie Hangover, where they get out in the cop car and they party in that thing. So that kind of reminded me of this. This guy was so drunk, apparently, got out of the bar and just there was the car there, and he got in and started going bar hopping. Didn't realize it was a police cruiser.
Mm-hmm. You ever caught a home run ball at a baseball game?
Never have. Never have. Nor, even if I did, I'm probably giving it to the nearest kid I see.
Well, sure. But catching one, and then you give it to a kid.
That'd be kind of cool.
You wouldn't knock over a kid to get the ball.
No, I wouldn't do that. No.
How about a fan caught the same player's home run on back-to-back nights after he showed up on the wrong date.
Well, and that's incredible. And it's the Arizona Diamondbacks, I believe, is the team. I think that is. I can't remember the team. Doesn't matter. They show up.
Yeah.
They showed up on May 18th, and the tickets were for the 19th. Well, the Diamondbacks gave them tickets for free anyway.
Yeah, go. Come on, you're here. There's 12 of you. Come on, come on in.
So, yeah, and in the same spot, which if you look at the video, it's not like it was sold out.
Yeah,
there weren't a lot of people in that
there's 12
section.
people. Hey, man, you can buy beer? Come on in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, the same dude, 2 games in a row. I thought that was pretty incredible.
It's incredible to catch a home run ball.
Well, sure.
Let alone
have you
back-to-back? No, and the catch on back-to-back nights from the same player.
Well, Minix, you got to sit out in the cheap seats, man, and that's not your deal.
Well, this is true.
You're in suites and stuff, man.
Well,
you can't catch balls there.
And where do you sit?
Do you think I'm an idiot?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm them, I'm buying a lottery ticket or going to Vegas. One of the two, because they're pretty damn lucky.
Mm-hmm. We have some enemy listeners right now.
Uh-oh. We do, huh?
Yeah, them boys up there at the Sports Animal in Oklahoma City.
They're listening to us?
They're listening in right now because one of them just texted me about that Bob Mills deal.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he's like, you might as well cancel your furniture order. Try to get a refund.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
You know, if they want to talk smack, we could probably do that.
Well, I mean, look, they're probably up there bitching about the officials
Oh,
while
of course
telling
they
us
are.
to stop whining after the last game.
Of course they are.
You know, and I wonder if Bob Mills sells those mats that you can put down so when SGA falls, it's a soft landing. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Lou Dort's hair extensions came out.
I mean, Steph Castle's didn't, so I mean,
I guess so. Wow,
works that way. And the guy that's texting me right now, a good friend, good dude, kind of odd, kind of like this guy in California that identifies as a deer.
So does the guy at the Sports Animal identify as a deer?
Well, maybe not a deer, but he identifies as something.
Just on Saturday night or all the time?
Just on Saturday nights. Maybe a Sunday morning.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the true definition of karma, I'm going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
This dude identifies as a deer.
Now, this sounds like it should be from Oklahoma, not California.
It really does.
Yes.
This dude got shot by hunters. I mean, I don't know how much more of a moron you have to be.
So you're out in the woods with antlers.
Yes, you're in a deer costume, for goodness sake.
But again, any good hunter is going to look at that through the scope and go, what the hell is that?
Well, maybe that's why he did it. He's going, dude, that's the weirdest deer I've ever seen.
Better take him out.
That's going to look good above the fireplace.
Or not. But that sounds like some drunk Oklahoma stuff, doesn't it?
Ding, 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 ding,
That's
ding,
Arkansas or
ding,
Mississippi,
ding,
not
ding,
Oklahoma.
Now, Arkansas people think Oklahoma people are ding, 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 ding. I mean, it depends on where you're going.
Arkansas people don't want to be identified with the Oklahoma types.
And yes, they don't. We heard that from an Arkansas
type.
Arkansan?
By the way,
I have
it's
no idea.
3:13 and OU still sucks.
Yes, they do. Good stuff, man. Well, I'm glad they listen to quality radio.
Well,
they're listening to us.
I mean, they got to learn something,
That's awesome.
right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is the Blitz, and we are talking a lot of OKC, San Antonio. Big Game 7. Oh, my goodness, I am here for it. Can't wait for it. We'll talk a lot more about it. We want you to chime in as well. 656-3776, 656-ESPN, or you can get us on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Like, subscribe, and comment there. At Jason Minix, I'm at Joe Reinigle 210 on Twitter. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Morning Huddle.
There was a push for there to be like some sort of dye put in the pool where if you peed, it like turned the water around you.
We had a sign that if we had it, like if
it'd
you
be like,
pee,
oh,
it'll turn blue. We had a sign that said if you pee, it'll turn blue, and it had a guy standing in it was a picture of a guy standing in a pool, and everything around him was dark blue.
Do you think they ever actually used it at the pool you went to, or just the threat?
No,
of it?
this was our pool. And
okay.
we didn't use it. No, but
no, it
we
was
had
just
the
the
sign.
threat of it.
We
yeah.
bought it one time, but I pee in the pool too. My pool.
I paid for those chemicals.
My pool.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio's playoff headquarters has arrived. Novo Brewery features 80 feet of video walls, craft beers, hard kombucha on tap, and the food menu that means business. Thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, carne asada fries, and more. And with its own private entrance separate from North Star Mall, no hassle, just you, your crew, and the biggest screens in the city at Novo Brewery. Open late. Visit novobrew.com. Novo Brewery. Come hungry. Stay for the game.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
Vehicle safety starts underneath. That's why the pros choose Napa for undercar solutions that stop safety issues before they become costly problems. Go further with complete repairs that restore stopping, steering, and stability. Then grow your business through trust and repeat visits. With premium rotors, pads, struts, and wheel hub assemblies, Napa has everything you need to keep undercar under control. That's Napa know-how.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
The U.S. Treasury just released its official financial report for 2025. Buried in it is a startling admission. By its own numbers, it appears the U.S. government is insolvent. When governments go this deep in debt, they print money, raise taxes, or cut benefits, none of which can help protect you. That's why people move part of their savings into physical gold and silver. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Going to be a great Friday night here in the beautiful city of San Antonio. You all celebrate a huge win in Game 6 to keep this series alive between the Spurs and the OKC Thunder and move on to a Game 7. We do have a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. How are you feeling about Game 7? Confident 50-50, Spurs have no chance, or you believe in Eric Corgi, who's been incredible? I'm Joe, he's Jason. Happy to have you along.
Absolutely. Let's talk about last night's game. Look ahead to tomorrow night's Game 7. 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776 on Twitter at Joe Reinigle 210. Tweet at me at Jason Minix. Big game from Wemby. But, man, you look around, everybody not named De'Aaron Fox was spectacular last night. Devin Vassell was fantastic last night on the offensive end, but also on the defensive end. And one of his blocks is our breathtaking play from last night's game.
It's the breathtaking play.
Oh, my goodness.
From last night's game, powered by the City of San Antonio Metro Health.
Man, I used to be able to jump like that when I was up on the 8-feet dunker.
And Vassell does the same. And he barks at Holmgren. Got to be careful here not to get a tee.
This is the second time Vassell has been a rim protector. We saw him in the open court on the break there, contesting that SGA layup and then blocking it out that led to that Dylan Harper 3. Look at Vassell. He is this place. He's turned up. He's turned up, Red. He is. Here's the official.
There's the block. And James Williams, veteran official, just came and said, hey, you just got to be careful here. You calm down. That yapping after the play happened.
Dude, I don't know about you. I love the attitude that Vassell showed after that. He got right up in Holmgren's face, and they were barking at each other, and it was fantastic.
It was. NBC and Mike Tirico with the call there. You know, every player needs a game plan, and so does managing asthma. During Asthma Awareness Month, the City of San Antonio Metro Health reminds you that asthma doesn't have to keep you off the court, sidelines, or playground. Work with your healthcare team, know your triggers, and stay ready to play. Go Spurs, go.
Absolutely. Devin Vassell was fantastic last night on both sides, both ends of the court.
You know, and that's it. I mean, not enough being talked about with what the Spurs have done defensively to this Thunder team.
Totally agree with that, and Vassell's been a big part of it. He certainly has.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Daryl, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
How's it going, fellas? Hey, I'm cruising home from work listening to you guys. Hey, I just wanted to get y'all's reaction to the Devin Vassell block because I know what my reaction was. There was a lot of expletives, and I was pumped, man, and I was happy to see that kind of the reaction that he had afterwards. And, I just want to know what you guys were thinking in that moment at the roof of.
Well, I'll tell you what, Daryl, it was a great. I mean, everybody went nuts first and foremost, and then you see Devin Vassell with the attitude, and I love that. The Spurs, to me, and you guys can tell me if you've seen it before, but I haven't seen the attitude that I saw last night out of the Spurs team, and I mean that sincerely. Just how they were playing with the Carter Bryant stuff on SGA, with Wemby pushing folks around and pulling hair, and then Devin Vassell with the block and getting in Holmgren's face. That Spurs attitude I have not seen before, and I'm all for it, man. I love that, and I hope we see a lot more of that.
The toughness that was shown, you aren't going to bully us, you're not going to push us around. You know, there are guys that sometimes show their tough, like Steph Castle, you never question, and he does that, you know. But you don't see it from a lot of other guys, and it doesn't mean they're weak. It doesn't mean they're soft. It doesn't mean – but there is, a perception. And we saw Minnesota try to push them around.
Yep.
We saw Portland try to push them around a little bit, and you see some pushing back. And a lot of that was Steph. So it was great to see from Devin Vassell. And, Daryl, kind of like you, what was said last night at the bar can't be repeated here on the radio for obvious reasons. We like our jobs. But – because there was that you can't F with us kind of mentality. And you love that. You love seeing that from the Spurs. And as they get ready to play the Knicks after they win tomorrow night, because I'm confident that they are going to take Game 7 tomorrow night in Oklahoma City, you're going to get that kind of talk from the New York crowd that, San Antonio is soft, you're going to be able to push him around. Wemby's tall and frail, but you can knock him off his spot. And Oklahoma City has done that a lot in this series. Hartenstein has been very physical with Wemby, but last night Wemby was in the entire team kind of followed suit. You can't push him around, and as Brian Windhorst said on SVP last night on SportsCenter, every time the Spurs have faced adversity, they have answered.
One thing I'll say about the Spurs, and I've said this repeatedly now for a month, every time they face some adversity in this postseason, whether it was the concussion with Wembanyama in round 1, the ejection with the elbow in round 2, getting behind after losses in 2 and 3 in this series, and here facing elimination for the first time in the postseason, they have always answered. And not just Wembanyama, all of them have answered, which leads me to believe we may get that close game, because I kind of think they're going to answer then too.
Well, and look, I mean, you could say the same about OKC. That's why I think tomorrow night's game is going to be one of these nail biters. It's going to be back and forth, and neither team is going to want to give anything to the other. And it's, look, if you're talking about adversity, I mean, the Thunder are facing it now as well. I mean, this is a game where you can't screw up. If you're either team, you've got to fight and you've got to play your best. And I just look for the best out of both of these teams tomorrow. And I think it's going to be a back and forth, just a brawl. I cannot wait for it.
I can't either, but the way you say that, as you're saying that in my mind, isn't there more pressure on Oklahoma City than on San Antonio? Not only are they the defending champions, they have home court. All the pressure is really on them. And again, the Spurs are ahead of schedule. And when you look at what Wemby and this Spurs team have done, and we keep talking about, Wemby's going to win a bunch of these things. And so you better get it now if you're SGA, if you're the Oklahoma City Thunder. Doesn't that put more pressure on those guys? And in a Game 7, and last year, didn't they have a Game 7? I'm not looking this up, just off the. And that was a good game until Halliburton blew out his Achilles, right?
Yes.
And then they were able to get that easy Game 7 win in the NBA Finals because Halliburton got hurt. But all the pressure is really on the Oklahoma City Thunder as the defending champions and as the home team. And you go back to that stat since 2017, home teams in a Game 7 are 14 and 15, one game below 500, which is surprising, but the pressure is on the home team in a Game 7.
Well, I think it is because they're the home team. I don't think it's because they're the defending champions. I mean, repeating in the NBA is difficult.
Yep.
It's tough. And everybody's coming at you. You're going to get everybody's best shot. And the Thunder have certainly gotten the Spurs' best shot, and they'll get it again tomorrow. And if you – I'm not sure what the pressure would do to them because, look, they are at home. They're going to feel more comfortable. They're going to play better than they did yesterday. And so I'm not sure that I don't know if the pressure will get to them at all. And I don't know how that will affect the Spurs. I mean, they go out and play loose. And OKC's been here before, man. I don't think it's going to affect them at all. Well, I really don't.
And I go back to, what I said yesterday on the show. Back in October, November, if we would have said you'd be in the Western Conference Finals, every Spur fan would have taken that.
Oh, absolutely. And they probably called you crazy.
Well, they would have. Mitch Johnson said the same thing to the team last night in the locker room after the win.
As you've done all year, competitive response, reflection of character, and the Slayer hasn't been as consistent as we want. You have found our standard. You have found a level of execution, and you found the togetherness with you. And I think now we want to know all the way back in October when we first had our meeting in the theater. If someone had a crystal ball and said you'd be sitting there Game 7 on the road in the Western Conference Finals in Oklahoma City, we'd be pretty damn fired up. That's the opportunity you've earned. It's a hell of a job.
He's right. It's a hell of a job what they've done. They've overachieved. They've played well. They've done great. They've meshed better than anybody thought they would this soon. And again, you got all of these guys playing well. I'm really happy for a Devin Vassell, a guy that's been languishing on a team that is just trying to find its way. And now that he's found his role, and he's taken advantage of it. And I'm happy for a guy like that. And then the future looks bright, obviously, with Wemby, goes without saying. But when you're talking about Harper and you're talking about Castle, I mean, this Spurs team is going to be good, but you look down the line, this is not going to be the last matchup between these two teams in the playoffs. They're both going to be there because OKC's not going anywhere either.
No, and again, you look at their draft picks, you look at their GM, you look at what they have. They're going to make some changes. Every team does. But I look at this Spurs team, and you could argue that they were kind of built to beat Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
And Oklahoma City will make adjustments to try to beat San Antonio because it does look like for the foreseeable future, they are going to be in the mix year in and year out. I don't want to forget about Denver, and I'm certainly not going to forget about Minnesota, but Minnesota I expect to see some major changes, but improvements. You know, other teams in the West are going to be there. So it's just fun in so many senses, but the standard in the West for the last couple of years has been Oklahoma City, and it looks like it's shifting to San Antonio. In tomorrow night's Game 7, we'll talk about how quickly that shift is going to happen. That's what's going to make it. Like, this is when I wish we had, like, I don't know, a 2:30 game, a noon game.
Yeah.
You're going to have to, I booked a tea time for tomorrow. We got to go do something to kill 5 hours waiting for this game to get going tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's a 7 o'clock game instead of 7:30. I guess that's you got to look at it glass half full. But, dude, it's going to be a long day waiting for this game to happen. And then I just hope it's not a disappointing game for San Antonio. And by that, I mean, look, if San Antonio goes in – and I think even Thunder fans will feel this way. Even the Thunder going, and this is a battle, and it's right down to the wire, and you lose. You can walk off of there and say, you know what, this was a hell of a matchup, and this is going to be a hell of a matchup in the future. And I just think it's, man, these two teams aren't going anywhere, and this is going to start a huge rivalry, if it hasn't already, between Oklahoma City and San Antonio for years to come.
Well, that's it. I mean, Pledge was talking to us in the office earlier about hate for the Knicks and hate for Oklahoma City. Like, if the Spurs aren't in the NBA Finals, I'm not rooting for those boys. I'll be the biggest Knicks fan for 2 weeks. I don't hate the Knicks. I mean, you don't play them enough. We beat them in '99. You know, I know there's some stuff that has happened, but I don't know if there's hatred for the Knicks. You've got a lot of reasons to hate Oklahoma City. You know, you go back to 2012 and you look at some of these other series and just what they were when they were the Sonics before they ripped the hearts out of the Seattle Sonics. You know, my wife's from Seattle. By marriage, I have to hate Oklahoma City. But just some of those Spurs battles through the years, you look at that. No, I mean, I'll watch the finals, obviously. And if I'm going to root for a team, it would be the Knicks, although I do think the NBA championship is coming down to a Game 7 tomorrow night.
Well, you could very well be true. Again, though, when we talked about this before the series began, did Oklahoma City and San Antonio beat the hell out of each other where it might take some time to get up for the Knicks, who have been sitting around waiting, resting, getting healthy? I'm telling you what, these two teams have beat the hell out of each other.
I don't know.
What happened?
The dude for the big for New York broke his little finger.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
Okay, whoop-de-doo. He had surgery and he's going to be ready. So that's what they say.
I mean,
look, I again,
can't be all hoity-toity New Yorker with a bad pinky.
That's the concern with a matchup like this and a series like this. I mean, these two teams, I mean, they have just beat the hell out of each other. So we'll see, I guess, how it affects them. Whoever wins tomorrow and gets to the NBA Finals, will it make a difference? Will it not? Not sure. The other piece of news today, if you haven't heard, Sean Sweeney is about to become the head coach of the Orlando Magic. And it's interesting, Jason, as I look at my Twitter feed, and, well, all these are to me, but nothing like a big distraction right before a huge game. Yeah, this is BS. A lot of people aren't happy about Sean Sweeney getting a job and announcing it, or it being announced or leaked right before the biggest game of the Spurs' career. Let's talk about it. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you know you want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that? Call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online, mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7. They have offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Eczema, eczema, eczema. So many ads for eczema products. But those fancy TV ads don't mention that those prescription products can cost thousands of dollars. There's a smarter way. It's Exoderm for eczema and dermatitis. Exoderm costs less than $20. Yep, less than $20. You don't need a prescription, and it's available on the first aid aisle of your local store. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean, hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives or nasty chemicals. Exoderm, fast, effective relief from the itching and inflammation of eczema. This stuff really does work. Take back control. Heal eczema flares with soothing Exoderm Flare Control Cream. It's on the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, and at Target and Walmart too. Exoderm for eczema. Now that's smart.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Free your team from time-consuming procurement tasks. Discover smart business buying where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Memorial Day savings are happening at the Home Depot. Get up to an extra $1,000 off select top brand appliances like Frigidaire. Plus, get free delivery. Upgrade your kitchen with a fridge with an extra large ice capacity, a stone-baked pizza oven, or a dishwasher offering an extra fast 50-minute normal wash cycle. Save on appliances this Memorial Day at the Home Depot. Offer valid May 14th through June 3rd, U.S. only. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $998 or more. See store online for details.
You think a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt is the worst that could happen. A fine, an inconvenience, a little embarrassment. But then comes the crash. There are injuries, a hospital bed, the long road to recovery, the moments you'll miss. Suddenly, a ticket doesn't seem so bad. That ticket? That was nothing. Click it. Don't risk it. Paid for by NHTSA.
Yeah, look at all those boxes at Academy, Jason, with the Western Conference champion Spurs shirts in them. Does Oklahoma City have an Academy?
They have whatever store they have up there. I don't know if it's an Academy or a Dick's sporting goods store. Whatever it is they have in Oklahoma City, they've got the same boxes. Hell, they had the shirts ready to go last night in the
That's
arena.
right. Probably had the champagne chilling.
Probably.
Wow.
Probably.
Now, do they ship that back to Oklahoma City? I mean, I guess they do, right? They got to take it with them?
Yeah, I mean, for the players, I mean, that's a small box, but I'm sure their stores are ready to go, just like they are in San Antonio, sealed and ready to line up. And I know people are going to line up for them. I'm not one of them.
Well, I'm not going to do that either.
Nor do I want one unless somebody gives me one. I'm not going to pay for it because if the Spurs don't end up winning the NBA Finals, or if you're a Thunder fan listening in, if the Thunder lose to the New York Knicks, are you going to wear your Western Conference Championship stuff? No. And I'm sure Oklahoma City fans aren't wearing their stuff from last year when they won the West, or, the 5 times the Spurs have won the West, 6 times really. You don't wear this stuff from 2013 because it sucks. I mean, I was making fun of Alex in our office the other day because he was wearing a final shirt and it had 2013. I'm like, how dare you?
Yeah, right.
And he was like, he didn't know. It was a Spurs shirt that he had.
He didn't realize it. But I'm talking. So how does this work? So I know the Thunder had the champagne chilling last night.
Yep.
Did they have to go out and buy that and get it done, or pay somebody in San Antonio to bring that in? And if that's the case, do they have to load that up on the plane and take it back to OKC, or is there a deal worked out where you can just give it back and not have to pay for it? I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works, nor do I care.
Well, you would have cared if it was on your shoe on the other foot.
Well, I mean, is the NBA responsible for providing the alcohol, or is it a team deal?
See, that's a good question.
Like, it feels like in baseball they all do beer, but it's a sponsored beer, and it's always sitting there, so it's from a sponsor. I don't know that the champagne is actually a sponsored deal. I know it burns your eyes from experience.
Yes,
it burns.
It sure does.
And it's fun.
And it's not good for those photographers either that are in there.
I don't give a damn about them.
Well, I do. Or used to anyway.
You
now
used to.
now
you
it's
don't.
like, yeah, I don't
You
care.
didn't care then, as long as your hair was okay.
No, I did care because I needed the video.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, yes, I did care. I'm just curious. I was thinking about that. What the hell did they do with all that chilled champagne? Did somebody have a party? Maybe they pass it out down on Southwest Military.
They should.
That's what they should do.
They should. I'm going to guess that it got loaded up like the trophy and put on the plane and will be available tonight. Now, tonight, do both locker rooms have their own champagne, or is it just a couple of carts that are deciding which one are they going to go to?
It's
because it is a Game 7.
Well, yeah, I would think so. There's going to be a room full of champagne, and then they're going to roll it into the locker room of the winner. But see, that's easy. But last night's a different story because I'm sure Oklahoma City had it ready to roll, and they didn't win. So that's just like wasted champagne.
Now, the question is, do we do champagne for a conference championship?
Of course you do.
I mean, I know baseball celebrates everything, but...
Of course, I think so. If memory serves, I would think so.
I know you get a hat and a T-shirt.
Yes, you do.
When the Spurs win tomorrow night, do they get the trophy on the court, or do they do it in a back room?
No, on the court.
In Oklahoma City.
Absolutely. You got to rub it in those dudes' faces.
Exactly, like a dog that peed on the rug.
That's exactly
Don't do that
right.
again.
No, you got to do that. And we were talking about that yesterday, that if the Spurs had come up short last night, that they need to stay out and watch that trophy presentation and learn from it and be pissed off by it and all of that kind of stuff. So, if the Spurs win tomorrow night, get out there and party. Don't care if you're in Oklahoma City or not, doesn't matter. There'll be some Spurs fans there.
There will be some Spurs fans there.
I wonder if Oklahoma City has the same problem rule that you can't sell to anybody. Wasn't it Oklahoma City that did that? I guess tickets to the particular area code in Texas.
Well, zip codes, yeah.
Yeah, Texas, they were more expensive than if you bought them from some other state.
But if you're buying them from somebody like John at Awesome Tickets, I don't think that matters.
I don't think it matters either.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game 7s are so awesome. Nothing better than a Game 7. Our friend Danny Green was on SportsCenter today, NBA Today, actually, not SportsCenter, but on ESPN. talking about what it's like to play in a Game 7.
I like to compare it to the Super Bowl and football. People love football so much because of how every possession matters so much. Obviously, the playoffs is heightened, and every possession matters. But in a Game 7, it's intense. Like, people get into it, like, every timeout, every dive, every loose ball, every executed play or non-executed play, somebody's getting cussed out, might get heated. So these Game 7s are going to be very intense, and I think we're going to get a good one because this is all we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, he's exactly right. And Danny Green has experience in Game 7s. He knows exactly, and that's what it is. I mean, every turnover, every missed shot, every made shot, everything matters. And it starts from the very beginning because it's so intense and everybody's just on edge that you don't want to make a mistake and give the other team an opportunity to make a run, get out to a big lead. And it's just one of those things, man, that it's hard to describe. But for me, it is the best thing about professional sports. It's the NBA is my most experience with it, but it's just the best game there is. Game 7 is what you dream about.
Well, and again, though, I think Danny Green is so right in comparing it to the Super Bowl, especially when you're talking about a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals or if you get to the NBA Finals. But every sport besides football has a series to determine the winner. Football, you got one game. You have a bad game, you're screwed. Your season's over. Ask C.J. Stroud, who's trying to get a new deal. You can go find on Twitter what he's saying. But every other sport, generally, 7 games to determine the winner. You get to a 7th game, you're going to have a winner, but is the better team always winning in a 7-game series if it goes 7? You've got a couple of evenly matched teams, but the finality, the one game, every possession matters. Come up with all the cliches, and it applies to a Game 7, which is why they are so much fun.
It's a blast, and again, if you haven't experienced it, you're going to have a good time tomorrow. Now, Fred on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page says that Danny Green picked OKC in 7.
Okay.
So he said, and he's got a bleep there.
Well, look, I can't be mad at somebody for who they picked if they didn't pick your team. I just hope.
Thank you, Jason. That's good.
I just hope that they're wrong.
I picked OKC in 7,
You
but I
did.
did it for all the right reasons.
Well, again, you keep telling yourself that and telling them that, but in reality, you look at these, it's the flip-floppers, the Kendrick Perkins of the world who, changes his mind and picks, is probably more often that he changes his drawers. I mean, it's just,
gosh.
It's just repetitive, right?
Yeah,
you go with that.
I think about Kendrick Perkins' drawers. Holy cow. Oh, my gosh. Dude, I just almost lost my lunch here.
We're not talking about A.J. Hoffman.
Well, that's even worse. You going to throw out somebody else? I mean, the homeless dude on the corner.
He doesn't wear underwear.
Well,
come on, dude.
Oh.
Now, you talk about things you didn't expect to see, like AJ in his underwear.
Yeah.
Our friend Adam from KSAT 12 just sent me a video. He might have sent it to you, too, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Check and see if you have that. I want to get your reaction live on the air because my reaction with not talking was kind of wild. Because you talk about things you don't expect to see at the Spurs game. I expected to see the nuns. I expected to see the OnlyFans girls. I did not expect to see what Adam just sent us. And he even wrote, felt like I saw a ghost last night.
Yeah, I don't see it here,
You don't
so
have that?
I don't know.
I'm going to play you this video.
All right.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
Exactly. Peter M. Holt was at the game last night.
Wow.
I haven't seen Peter Holt in years.
I haven't either.
And I don't know that I would have recognized Peter Holt if he wasn't walking on the floor and clearly looking like he used to own the place.
Well, I mean, he kind of looks the same, just the hair's a lot whiter than it used to be.
If I saw that at HEB, I don't know. I would have been like, hey, Mr. Holt, how are you, sir? I don't know that I would have recognized him if I would have seen him at HEB.
I don't know if Peter Holt goes to HEB.
Well, you know what I'm saying. I don't know what's the San Antonio Country Club? Where do you think he goes?
It's a good question. I don't know.
He sent somebody else to go get it.
Well,
but he might be hoity-toity at a country club. That's possible.
I mean, I have not seen Peter Holt in years.
No, I haven't either. That was good to see him. I'm glad he was there. I mean, wasn't it Peter Holt who was on the lucky guy with the Tim Duncan lottery? I think he was there when they drew the thing out for Tim Duncan, the Tim Duncan sweepstakes that particular year. Not good to see him. He was always, I know he had his troubles, personal troubles and all of that stuff, but he was always very good
always nice.
to most of us. Yes, he was just a very nice man. So it's good to see him, and I'm glad he was there for that big Game 6 last night.
Walking around and how old is Peter Holt?
Yeah, he's got to be getting up there, I would think.
I hate to say this, but just for reference, because I know you guys are listening on radio or watching on YouTube, you didn't see the video. I don't know if Adam or KSAT has posted. He's only 77?
77, yeah.
Wow, I would have gone 10 plus. I was about to say, just from a descriptive standpoint, since this is radio, we've all seen video of Pop recently, and Peter looks older than Pop. And
well, he is.
He is, but not that much older. Like, I thought you were going to say he was pushing 90. And as Adam said, thought I saw a ghost last night.
Yeah.
And that's a combination of, we just haven't seen Peter Holt around.
Appreciate you dissing me, Adam. Thanks, buddy.
Well, he knows I know how to work a phone during a show.
I got you.
I mean,
yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, the one thing and it just reminded that we haven't talked about is your boy Micah Parsons was there last night.
What? So was Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, he was.
Is he my guy now, Micah Parsons? He's dead to me. He wears yellow pants.
Yeah, well, it's not by his choice. He didn't want to wear yellow pants.
Well, he does.
He does.
I mean, he asked
well, he ain't
for
wearing
the trade.
Well, he had pants on. I'm just saying he's not going to be playing football for a little while.
Too.
Dude, what is your obsession with underwear today? Holy cow!
Freaks you out. I mean, but when you think about it, I mean, a lot of celebrities were there last night, apparently.
Who else?
Well, you had the nuns.
What?
The OnlyFans girls that nobody knows their name.
Well, nobody gives a damn what their name is.
No, not really.
You can name the other things. I'm just impressed by Mitch
names
Johnson.
On them?
Well, you could. you could. I'm impressed with Mitch Johnson that he keeps his focus.
Well, he's seen boobs before.
Well, I get it, but so have you. But if you see a nice pair, you're turning around.
Okay.
Especially two.
Or four, in that respect. I'm impressed. I'm complimenting Mitch Johnson for keeping his attention on the game.
I think those girls get an assist because he's focused on the game. Because you know how sometimes when you meet somebody that's wearing something like that, you're like staring her eyes, 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 staring her eyes.
You can't do it. It's impossible.
But
it's impossible to do that.
Staring her eyes. Eye contact right here.
It's like you have to go down. It's like, boom. Mm-hmm. That's the way that it works. Mm-hmm. Guys never grow up, man. Ever.
What do you mean?
Yeah, we don't. We're always immature when it comes to stuff like that. I don't care how old you are or what your profession is, Mitch Johnson included.
Well, sure.
I'm just saying. So I applaud. Oh, Shane Gillis was there. That's right. I saw a picture of that.
Yeah, there was somebody else there.
All right. Well, where the hell's Selena Gomez, damn it? She's supposed to be here. She's she's a Spurs fan. She's supposed to be here. I'd like, we need some celebrities in the house. Because, in New York, they're going to have all the cheese balls coming out that have never gone to a game before, only go just to get seen and shown on camera.
Well, sure. Although those cheese balls have been there throughout this run for the New York Knicks.
Jeez. Well.
Yep.
Is what it is. We see you guys on the phone lines there, 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Stick there, and we will get to you on the other side of this break. A lot of Spurs talk. That's what we do here because we're celebrating a huge Game 6 win last night to force a wonderful Game 7 tomorrow night. I love it. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you need your logo on gear, you need promotional items made, go see Sam over at Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. His new sign shop can do signs, banners, flags, card magnets, vehicle wraps, window decals, and so much more. Promotional items. You name it, Sam can do it. You need that logo on a golf shirt, fishing shirt, dress shirt, go see Sam. He's got all the big-name brands, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Under Armour, Adidas, Port Authority, Nike, just to name a few. Even now carries a full line of Tommy Bahama. He has over 25,000 caps in more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom. They're in stock, ready to go, ready for your logo. And, of course, he has all the popular cap brands as well. T-shirt, screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. Nobody has better prices. Sam is the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround, no order too small, no order too big. And all items do come with a warranty. So call Sammy's Embroidery and Printing at 210-824-3900 or get into that massive showroom on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410 across from the McDonald's, or check the website samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
KTFM Floresville. The San Antonio Sports Stars studios are powered by San Antonio Metro Health. Asthma Awareness Month is a reminder from Metro Health. Know your triggers, work your plan, and don't let asthma keep you out of the game. Go Spurs, go.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Craft beers, full bar, hard kombucha on tap, a handcrafted food menu, and massive LED screens. Attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero. We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Not loving your AT&T or T-Mobile bill? Yeah, we've been hearing that a lot. Good news. Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to Verizon and we'll give you a better deal. So get away from that unfortunate phone bill and get to Verizon. Run, ride, canoe. Whatever it takes, we'll be here. Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal on the best network. A better deal. No surprises. That's Verizon. Best network based on root metrics, best overall mobile network performance, U.S. second half 2025. All rights reserved. Must provide a recent consumer mobile bill and the name of the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is breaking news this afternoon. According to Shams Charania, the Orlando Magic are finalizing a deal that would make Spurs assistant coach Sean Sweeney their next head coach. Sweeney, however, will finish the season on the Spurs bench. And, of course, he has to work tomorrow night in Oklahoma City for a Game 7. Spurs, Oklahoma City. They'll tip off at 7 o'clock. It will be televised on NBC. It will be streamed on Peacock.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Victory Friday. That's a good word for it. Victory Friday. Spurs get it done last night with their backs against the wall, forcing a Game 7 tomorrow night in Oklahoma City to decide the Western Conference Finals and, well, the reward a trip to the NBA Finals. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix. And, yes, it's one of those days, and well, it helps that it's Friday, too. But we're celebrating.
We are celebrating.
Celebrating a big win last night.
A must-win. And the Spurs got it done in convincing fashion. That was a lot of fun because it wasn't stressful in the second half. Halftime, it felt like the Spurs should be up 30, and they weren't.
Yep.
Got to admit, I was nervous at halftime. And, again, odds are still not with the San Antonio Spurs. A lot of different things you could look at. Dude just sent me a message and said, remember what you said, the Game 5 winner in a series tied 2-2 wins the series.
Yeah,
I mean, that's true.
Yep.
Spurs in Game 7s. Look up their history. Game 7's on the road. This team is different, though. And you can also say Game 7's the home team since 2017 has a losing record, 14-15, 1 game under 500. I'll take everything. But how you feeling about the Game 7 coming up tomorrow night? That is our poll question on YouTube. You can get there through sasportstar.com. We're already at almost 200 votes, so we're 194. Go vote. Let's get well over 200.
How about 300? Let's go.
Confident? 50-50. Spurs have no chance. Or I believe in Eric Corgi. Those are your 4 options to go vote in our YouTube poll right now.
Dude, I think this guy deserves a lot of credit, and us for playing the song. I mean, seriously. Because we play that song, Spurs get a huge win, blow out the Thunder last night in a Game 6 that they had to have.
So you're going to go with Ego Mendoza, who shows up late to the party.
Is it Ego or I-Go?
I don't know, go. The song should be a no-go, but it is
I
what
love
it is.
that song. Are you kidding
Right?
me? Listen to that beat.
It was good up till then.
5-5 for first place. God is with you till the end. Always by your side, my friends. 5-5 for first place. 5-5 for first place. Spurs they will scream and shout, and it will be very loud. 5-5 for first place.
It's going to be very loud.
Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs!
All right. Okay, Pledge, I've had enough.
He's finally getting to the good
Oh,
part.
my gosh, dude. Please. Look, whether you like it or not, sometimes when something works, you may not like it. It may not sound good to you, but what difference does it make if it's got a little magic behind it and you get a result like you got last night after we unveiled that song right here on the Blitz?
Yep. That's exactly what it is. We'll take all.
Of course.
Look, we got a dog in Eric Corgi who's been right, or we've got No-Go Mendoza in that song.
There you go, No-Go.
Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs,
Killing
go!
cats and drowning all at the same time.
Yeah, there's dogs howling all over this city.
210-656-3776. That's 656-ESPN. Sam, you're on the Blitz, man. Save us.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, Sam.
Really pumped about that last night. That's the Spurs that we wanted, we loved, and dominated. Come out. I love the second half. I thought the OKC would make a run to make it close and an elimination game, but the Spurs thankfully didn't allow them to get close. They really were just lights out. They punched them in the mouth, and OKC, one of the rare times they didn't have another response. So I just love top to bottom. That's the mentality, guys, the Spurs are going to have to play with, starters and bench, on the road. We know how Herculean effort it's going to take to beat them because OKC is the toughest team on the road to win it in that hostile atmosphere with that place going to be rocking tomorrow night. So we got Wemby. If Wemby can pull this off, man, I know everybody already anoints him, but this is the type of Wemby game one in that classic double overtime because I don't think it's going to be a blowout. We know how things really ratchet up in Game 7. We're going to need him, Castle, Vassell. We're going to need all hands on deck, Keldon Johnson, Champagnie. So I think all these guys have to be on top of their game, all hands on deck. It's going to take that Herculean effort to pull it off. All the pressure is going to be in the OKC guys, but we know as Spurs fans, you got a shot to win to get a chance to win, get to the finals and win the title. You got to take that opportunity because we don't know how many chances you're going to get because not every season everything is going to play out in your favor. There's injuries, guys might take off, trades, whatever, etc. So that's what we saw last night. We need to see that from the tip of the game in OKC if you want to pull that off because we know how tough it is to play in that atmosphere. So guys, I hope they can pull it off, and if we do, I hope we're talking about Game 1 back here at the Frost Bank Center on Wednesday night. So go Spurs, go. Pull it off. Thanks for the time, guys.
All right, Sam. You can breathe now, buddy.
Yeah.
That was impressive, man.
They did every cliche under the sun.
But I don't think Sam took a breath in that whole rant.
No.
That was impressive, Sam. Well done, sir.
656-3776. This is Joshua.
What do you want to talk, C.J. Stroud?
Our daily day
no
drinking
CJ
call
Stroud.
from
I know
Joshua.
Jason's mentioned him enough today. Yeah, no CJ Stroud today. I mean, Jason's mentioned him enough today on a Spurs day. So thanks for mentioning him in Texas, Jason. We love you.
Gotcha.
But I do want to say that the OKC fans, I'm scared with OKC just because if you look on paper, SGA played a bad game. And so what most MVPs do is have a good game right after. That's what Wemby did. But like y'all were saying at the beginning of this segment, you got to go with the Magic. And right now we have Magic of the Eric Corgi, who I'm going to start letting make every decision in my life right now because he has been on a heater. And then we also have Mr. No-Go Gomez with an amazing banger and #1 song probably in San Antonio. And then we cannot go without mentioning the 20-year TV vet, Joe Reinagel, put in the hex on OK City Thunder. And he went with them in Game 7. So that's obviously 3 times the Magic. I think the Spurs take it. It's going to be an OT game. I just need both of y'all, if y'all are going to be boozed up, because the last IG deal was a little, we could tell you had a couple drinks. But I'm going to need Joe to keep his eyes on the...
talking about? That was perfect
in that video.
Oscar worthy.
Look, I just need Joe to keep his eyes off his OnlyFans and on the camera. Because when y'all are at the root pub, Joe, them eyes are going to wander. And I know what's going to happen. And Jason, we know you're going to keep those eyes on the nuns. So also focus on the camera, too.
If the nuns are at the
love you guys.
Yeah, if they're at the root pub, something's wrong, right?
Uh-huh.
Dude, it can be distracting in there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. A root pub on a Thursday night at St. Patrick's Day level quality last night, if you know. And maybe even Halloween. It was Saturday night.
Mamma mia.
Yeah, last night was good. Although I do have our new open is shortchanging us on years of credit.
It is, but that's all right.
Well over, although we do sound old as we say that.
That's fine.
But you have well over 20 years.
Yes.
25 to be exact it can.
Uh-huh.
And I've been at this radio station for damn near 20, but in radio for a lot longer. But neither here nor there. Better than the old open. But I've got to congratulate my partner and longtime friend, Joe Reinagel. Joe Reinagel.
It's about time.
Well, Joe Reinagel. We got a little breaking news. We're all going to have to start referring to him as the Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Joe Reinagel.
That is correct.
Yes. He got a phone call. He is going in to a Hall of Fame that none of us, quite frankly, knew existed. But
I didn't know it
is
existed.
officially going in to the
RCW Hall of Fame.
The Rheinegel Championship Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yes.
It's a wrestling organization that has his name on it. It's like Jerry
it used
Jones
to have
putting
my name
himself.
on it.
Oh, they fired you?
Well, no,
they're putting you in the Hall of Fame.
They beat the crap out of me and got it back. It was a great storyline for about 2.5 years. My good friend Brandon Oliver runs this thing, and he does a great job with it. He's been running this thing for a long time. I'm sure some of you are familiar with this.
Oh yeah.
But I did this and I used to show up and kind of you wave to the crowd, and it was like and all of that. Well, then all of a sudden I turned heel.
Joe Rheinegel, the heel. Go figure.
And I recruited a couple of the heel wrestlers, and we just took over the damn thing. It's called River City Wrestling, is what it is. And so when I took it over, it became Rheinegel Championship Wrestling, and till Brandon got it back. But I used to kick Brandon's ass all the time.
Really? Now?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Kind of like you and Ray at the
on
gym.
that ugly ass dude.
Yeah.
No, it was cool, man. They're gonna have a little thing on July 19th, and so it's cool. I mean, there's
you get a fancy coat.
Well, I hope so. I hope it's.
I mean, like the gold jacket. What do you get from RCW?
A white belt.
I don't know. Well, that'd be fine with me, Pledge. You know that. I don't know, but I had to send in a headshot, and dude, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
You're gonna have to wear a tie.
Nah, I'm probably not.
You're going into the Hall of Fame. You can't go up. It's like going to a funeral in shorts and a T-shirt.
Well,
man, you can't do that. You're going into the Hall of Fame. You got to dress up.
Well, I have to visit Target, I guess, and get me a nice suit.
Get a quality suit
Yeah,
at Target. Works for me. Do they give you like since it's wrestling, do you get like a belt,
Dude,
Hall of Fame belt?
I don't know.
A white belt?
I have no idea. I will let you know on July 20th. How about that?
How much is that belt there, Pledge? Pledge just found one you can buy on Amazon for $19.
Well, I'm not buying it. Brandon's got to do that if that's what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing.
Well, how do you not ask these questions?
Well, why do I want to ask these questions? He calls, it's an honor of a lifetime, and I'm supposed to, let's see.
An honor of a lifetime.
Yes.
Now,
I had more fun doing that than pretty much a lot of things that I've ever done. That was a blast. It was a blast. I had a great time with that.
Fred wants to know if you're going into the Hall of Fame in the best toe division.
Well, it could be, Fred, and that would be an honor. I mean, because it's true. I do have the best toes. Joe's toes.
David Messia says, strange how Joe wants to puke when imagining guys in underwear, but yet you had a wrestling team.
I
had to grind on that ugly ass.
Yeah,
well, that's
touche, David. Touche, buddy.
Now, one of the cool things that I get to do on the selection committee for the San Antonio Sports Hall of Fame is when we decide who's going in, I've had the honor of calling people and telling them.
Oh, nice.
And
nice.
It's a very cool, very special thing. So I'm curious how your phone call went, because I can imagine what Brandon said, but your reaction when you got the call.
Well, I was thrilled. I mean, I said thank you. I mean, I don't know. What do you say to something like that? Again, I had more fun doing that than just about anything I've done in my life. I mean, seriously, it was so much fun each and every. We used to do it like Sunday nights, typically is when it was, and man, the whole thing was great, and there was always a storyline, and dude, I had more fun. And
they're going to bring you out of that retirement. You're going to get that job back.
It's more fun being the bad guy in those scenarios than it is being the good guy.
I actually have recorded Joe's reaction.
Whoa, hey! It might have gone something like that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I need to give you a Chuba Libre. What do you call that mask thing? Ain't that a rum and coke? Chuba Libre.
Anyway, Tweet Joe Reinagle, congratulations. Let him know, and now, show the proper respect. He is a Hall of Famer.
Well, not yet. I'm just a nominee or an inductee.
You're not a nominee.
I guess.
I mean, you've been selected. The ceremony is coming up in July.
You guys can
cancel your vacation and everything to show up at this event.
You guys.
Where do they have it, at Luby's?
I have no clue even where it is. He told me, but I don't remember.
A table for 10 somewhere? Is it in a big room?
I might have to. I don't know. It might be
sell tickets to.
It might be at the Marriott downtown. Who knows? Or the Hyatt or something.
They get body slammed or
Fred's
anything?
fish fry.
Dude, I did. What did you say? I heard you, then I heard Fred's fish fry, and I'm like, wait a minute. What did Minnick say?
Hell, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, do you have to sell tickets to this? Is
you know
it a
what?
fundraising event?
No. You know what? Screw all of you. How about that?
Oh, I'm trying to
I'm very happy.
congratulate you.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm in good shape. I'm happy. Brandon, thank you very much, pal.
Screw it.
I'll be there on July 19th and going to be very proud to do so.
You got to find a band and come up like a walkout song.
You think Kingdom Collapse would do that?
Well, there's some wrestler in another organization that's not putting you in the Hall of Fame. One of their wrestlers uses Unbreakable. It's their walkout song.
I'd be Survivor then.
Something in AEW.
Maybe Survivor.
You survived long enough to make the Hall of Fame.
I'm probably going to win an Emmy for my acting job in that video.
Probably.
I'm just saying.
I mean, between the two of us, man, that video.
Oscar worthy.
That was. Is it Oscar or Emmy?
It's an Oscar, isn't it? I don't know what the hell it is.
A raspberry.
Oh, my goodness.
That was fun. It was fun shooting the video. But congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
We're not changing the open, though.
No, that's fine. You don't want to say Hall of Famer?
Look how long it took us to get this one done. You going to put in a request for another one right away?
No. I am not.
Stroke Reinagle's ego. Congratulate him on going into the Hall of Fame.
Looking forward to it. Speaking of survivors, the Spurs were survivors last night.
Yes,
That's appropriate, right?
Yeah.
All right. They survived a Game 6, a back-against-the-wall game, a do-or-die, a must-win. And now they get to do it all over again tomorrow night in Oklahoma City. But the only good news there is Oklahoma City's doing the same thing. We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Spent the week in California. My wife goes to Disney. That's her thing. Disney people are into Disney. Like, I'm understanding it because I live with one.
She into it to where she has a Snow White outfit for you at home?
And I suggested exactly that.
Hi there, honey. It's Mickey. Let's play.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Upgrade your truck without breaking the bank at NAW Northwest Automotive Warehouse. Get weather protection, added security, and durability with the Rough Country 3-panel hard folding truck bed cover starting at $6.99. Or cash in on scratch and dent options like Weather Guard toolboxes, pack rats, and 50 to 60% off a huge selection of new scratch and dent RDS diesel transfer tanks. Skip the big box hassle. Shop local at NAW today. 3027 Culebra Road. Family operated, community driven since 1978.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
Your dog is limping, but she seems fine. Plus you've heard they can fake it just to get what they want. So what's the deal now? You're being gaslit.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Oh, now she switched legs. What a diva.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code TRACK to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code TRACK to borrow up to $10,000. Use code TRACK to borrow up to $10,000.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call. In the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two, and then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Great song from our friends from Kingdom Collapse. They're out on tour right now. Having a good time, man. They see the stuff that they post. It's good stuff. So happy for their success. I'm Joe. He's Jason. And Jason, before we get into anything else, I got to ask a question.
Okay.
I just got a notification from TMZ.
Uh-oh.
Kardashians seeking protection against man allegedly obsessed with Kylie Jenner. Who the hell is it if you're a man obsessed with Kylie Jenner?
Well, clearly this guy is
that's
doing something that would require involvement.
Well, I guess so. But, I mean, seriously, she's very shiny. And, my goodness. If you're a mortal man, you're probably obsessed with Kylie Jenner.
Not sure how to successfully transition from that to the nuns. And there's all kinds of stuff about the nuns going to Game 7. And I did see something earlier about an hour ago that said that they have been offered but declined. But somebody, according to this article that just got posted on my essay, tried to get the attention of Southwest Airlines. Blah, blahs for marketing team. You have about 24 hours to pull off one of the greatest marketing stunts of all time. You need to grab those nuns, put them on a plane to get them to Oklahoma City by 6:30 on Saturday afternoon. Put those nuns on a plane, call it non-stop service to OKC, and the internet will literally burn down. Well, Southwest on social media has responded.
Nice.
And on the nuns post said, check your messages. Flights to Game 7 on us. Check your voicemail.
Wow.
So maybe I don't think Southwest has a nonstop to Oklahoma City, but maybe they'll create a nonstop to Oklahoma City.
I love that. I think it's great. My only concern is I don't know what the rules are for them. Can they go? And I think it's fantastic.
Why can't they go?
Well, I don't know. I mean, do you know that they can't?
Well, they said they couldn't. They said they didn't want to. They wanted to stay back and watch it wherever they would normally watch.
Now, that's great. If Southwest Airlines does that, then somebody's still got to get them tickets.
Somebody will get them tickets.
Somebody get them tickets?
I mean, Southwest has a little bit of pull.
I think Luke Cornett should do that. He seemed to benefit the most from the blessing.
I mean, it's team effort, man. Somebody will get them tickets.
All right. I think that's great. And I hope they go. And it would be, Spurs fans would go crazy if the nuns were there and feel a lot more confident, I think, than a lot of them do right now, because I'm just looking at our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube poll that we have up here. And a lot of you a little bit iffy on what's going to happen tomorrow night. It's just, how are you feeling about Game 7? Confident, 50-50. Spurs have no chance, and I believe in Air Corgi. Well, confident is winning at 45%, but 50-50 is at 31%.
All right, go vote in the poll after I give you this little nugget.
Uh-oh.
NBA players are undefeated in Game 7s played on their birthday. Paul George, Harrison Barnes, guys I've never heard of, Udonis Haslem, Kevin Garnett, Scott Hastings, some dude named Walt Hazard in 1966.
Is he at Duke?
Did they have Game 7s back then?
I don't know. I'm sure they did.
Yeah. Harrison Barnes turns 34 on Saturday.
Yes.
So Harrison Barnes, how wild is this? Played in a Game 7 back in 2016 and won on his birthday, and he gets a chance for a double, which reminds me the OnlyFans chicks need to get there as well. But if you're looking for reasons of hope, Eric Corgi and Harrison Barnes having a birthday, and players don't lose on a Game 7 birthday.
Well, and Harrison Barnes played well last night, and I was happy to see that. So hopefully he continues to do that. But if you're going to take the nuns and the OnlyFans girls, you can't really call it non-stop, can you?
Why not?
Well, I don't know. There's got to be something else, or is it like, I don't know, air balloon flight?
You call it non-stop.
You could?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be like sacrilegious? I mean, look, nuns are nuns, and then these two girls are like showing off everything for subscribers.
It's fair and balanced.
I'm not sure the plane would be.
I'm sure those girls are non-stop as well.
Yeah, they'd have to sit on opposite the aisle, different,
They're all courtside.
Right. I'm just saying on the plane. That Southwest plane be flying like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude.
Not a lot of water that need the flotation devices between here and there, but it's a possibility.
There's lakes.
It's safety. It's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Dude, last night's game, though. And admittedly, I was nervous at halftime because I thought the Spurs were playing as good as they could, and I thought Oklahoma City was playing like crap. Yet it was still a tight basketball game.
7-point game at halftime.
And it felt like it should have been 30.
Yeah.
And you wondered, could the Spurs keep that pace up? Or would Oklahoma City go on a run? When you're playing that well and it's still within single digits, I was nervous, admittedly. And then they had that 20-2 run. And Wemby even talked about it afterwards, that third quarter.
I think we need to be consistent. And we're definitely us scoring them 20-2 is not a realistic projection that we want to do. But when we get everything together, these moments are going to happen, and the key is to stay consistent.
Oklahoma City only scored 13 points in that third quarter.
Crazy.
I think it was 32-13 was the.
It was.
And I mean that's nuts. And I think Wemby's right. You can't expect that night in and night out, especially a team as good as Oklahoma City. So. But if you continue to play the way they did in that third quarter, I mean, even if Oklahoma City scores 22, 24 points, you're still pretty comfortable as long as you've got your 32. So I think what he's saying, it's good. That's unrealistic to think of a 20-2 run. But if you can whack them the way they did in the third quarter, that's beautiful.
Well, and that's it. And a wire-to-wire win. Oklahoma City never led in last night's game. And the Spurs hit those early threes. And they had that big lead, 35-22. Oklahoma City made their run in the second quarter to make it tight at halftime, which is why I think everybody was nervous because it felt like, all right, that great first quarter, and I'm sure I wasn't the only one thinking about that 15-0 start that went away in a hurry.
Yes.
And it just, as well as San Antonio played in the first half, could they keep that up? And, look, they shoot 36% from three, 46% from the floor. They got to the foul line. They limited turnovers. They limited points off of turnovers. That was a great game offensively, but it was their defense that I think was most impressive last night. And, of course, defense doesn't get talked about near enough, but their defense was incredible. Their defense on SGA was incredible. I mean, you think about in this series, you have held Oklahoma City to under 100 points twice. And granted, their 3 wins, they've scored over 120. And we talk all this about offense, and it comes down to can they get the stops. And the defense they did, what adjustments now are going to be made by them and by Mitch Johnson in trying to prepare for what is hopefully will be an epic Game 7.
Well, I hope it is too. Look, what you hope for, obviously, is what you saw last night. The Spurs, they're going to shoot threes, and it drives me insane sometimes because I think they shoot too many of them. But they were making them last night. And again, if the Spurs make their threes like that, nobody, Thunder, Knicks, doesn't make any difference. Nobody's going to beat them. It's just that simple. It's when they're not making them that teams can go on a run against them and get a lead. And so that's unstoppable. I don't think the Thunder, what do you do with that? You're knocking down threes, okay? Props to you. I'll tip my hat. The Thunder are going to shoot better tomorrow night. I have to believe they're going to shoot better because they couldn't make nothing yesterday. Part of that Spurs defense, I'm going to give them credit, but, I mean, part of it, they had wide open looks that they weren't knocking down, and the Spurs were. And so it was just one of those games. That's why I think it's going to be a lot tighter come tomorrow night because the Spurs aren't going to make as many. I think OKC will make some more, and I think we're going to have a hell of a matchup.
How concerned are you, and I'm asking Joe, and I'll ask you guys listening, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. How concerned are you with the offensive player De'Aaron Fox? Because the last 2 games, he's been awful. And he's the steady guy. He did have a lot of assists last night, but he was 1-9 shooting, 0-3 from 3. He looks confident. It doesn't look like his confidence is shaken, but he's had 2 poor shooting games in a row, which is very unusual. I don't know if it's the ankle. Dude won't use that as an excuse. I don't know him personally, but I don't know that he would use that as an excuse. He just isn't making shots, but it is a little concerning with how bad he has played, and I say that looking at how good Dylan Harper played last night. I wonder if Mitch might shift some minutes for Harper, who played 22 last night, but a lot of those, when everybody else was like, all right, well, let's get ready for Game 7. But, Harper and Castle defensively is a far better tandem than Castle and Fox.
Well, I will just go back to this. We saw what happened when Fox didn't play. And there were turnovers galore, and the Spurs offense just didn't click. Look, he's still hurt. I don't think there's any question about that. I mean, that ankle's still bothering him, and a high ankle sprain, he's playing, and I think he's a warrior for doing that. But he still gets the Spurs offensively where they need to be. And to me, you have to have him on the floor. You have to, as much as possible, because Castle has shown he can't do it. Now, Harper eventually may be able to, but would you trust him in a Game 7 to handle the ball a lot more than De'Aaron Fox? Fox is on the floor if I'm Mitch Johnson, as much as possible.
Now, I will say, after the first 2 games where he had 20 turnovers combined between games 1 and 2, Steph Castle has done a good job of cutting down on his turnovers as the series has gone on.
I think just not rushing myself. I think a lot of my turnovers were unforced. I know that they like to pressure a lot, but I don't think a lot of my turnovers came from their pressure. I think it was kind of self-inflicted. So, just getting in there, taking my time, and playing off 2 feet is what's been working for me.
And again, though, he doesn't have to operate the offense like he had to do when Fox was out. So I think that helps too. And that's why I'm all for De'Aaron Fox being out there. I don't care what he does offensively. It makes no difference to me as long as he can get everybody where they need to be and quarterback that offense. And I think he does a hell of a job with that. So
well, with that, if his shot isn't there, and while he does a good job of getting things going, and he did have the 7 assists last night, if you're Mitch, do you say, dude, if your shot's not there, make the pass? Because the Spurs aren't getting the rebounds. They're not getting, for whatever reason, they only had 14 second-chance points last night where the Thunder had 18. It's one of the few categories, stat-wise, that Oklahoma City was better in. I don't know.
Who knows? But Mitch knows he needs him out there. He's got to have him out there. He is the best point guard that they have, obviously, and the offense just flows better when he's out there. And I just would not trust a 19-year-old Dylan Harper to be the guy that I'm relying on in a Game 7. Now, if it comes to Game 1 against the Knicks, okay, you want to try that experiment then, fine. Not in a Game 7. No way. I just wouldn't do it. Fox has got to be on the floor. Shot making or no. What do you guys think? We are talking about Game 7. We're reacting to what happened last night in Game 6. Boy, it's going to be fun tomorrow night without a doubt. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Give us a call. Let us know. Go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. You can like, subscribe, and comment there if you would. At Jason Minix. I'm at Joe Reinigal 210 on Twitter. A lot of ways to get a hold of us. A lot of ways to make your voice heard. We're talking Spurs, OKC when we continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I saw a lot of people in a video last night at Novo Brewery watching the game. Great place to go to watch the game. Novo Brewery, it's one of those places, it's not your typical sports bar. It's really not. It's completely different than that. It's upscale first and foremost. The food is absolutely fantastic. They've got 60 craft beers on tap. They've also got domestic beer on tap. You've got a huge selection of beer, and they can make you any kind of cocktail that you want. It's a huge area, a huge location. So you got a big group, you want to go in there, they can accommodate that. You want to take your family in there, your kids, your wife, all of them. They've got a play area for kids, so they're going to be entertained while you're watching the game. It's just a great place to go. It is there at North Star Mall. You can get into Novo Brewery from the mall, or they've got their own entrance if you go to the Rector Side entrance to North Star Mall. You park there and you walk right in. Open late hours, and they've got TVs all over the place. You will not have a bad seat in the house. I promise you that. And you go once, I guarantee you're going to make Novo Brewery a part of your sports watching rotation. It is their very first location in Texas. You want to check them out before you go? You can do that. NovoBrew.com. That's N-O-V-O Brew.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law Fights.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more, or visit tremfyaradio.com.
We're back already, Bud? Thanks for the warning.
2-minute break?
Nah. Sorry. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I know I was eating. I don't know. Blitz gave us no warning. None whatsoever. Yeah.
I don't have a log in front of me.
Yeah. All good.
All right. It's all good. What were you eating?
A Nature Valley Vapor bar.
Nice. Very nice.
All right, take it
I
lightly.
guess.
You're back. What?
Yes, we're
What?
back here
What?
on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio
Live radio.
Sports Star. It is live radio, and I love it. It's great. Obviously, we've been talking a lot of San Antonio Spurs, Oklahoma City basketball because, well, that's the biggest thing going on in this city today and tomorrow for sure, and then hopefully for a couple more weeks to come when the Spurs head to the NBA Finals against the New York Knickerbockers. Going to be a lot of fun. I'm Joe. He's Jason, in case you didn't know that.
You want to react to what you saw last night, or are you guys more thinking already to Game 7? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. The players last night, obviously, a little bit of both. A lot of questions about the game, a lot of questions about what the mindset is heading into a Game 7.
Win or go home. I think nothing else matters for the next 48 hours for us. So, get all the recovery, watch all the film you need to watch to have our minds and bodies ready for, that 48 minutes.
Interesting, and that's the other thing, because, again, and we mentioned it, and the Spurs did not look tired last night. Wemby didn't look tired last night. Nobody did. So they had their legs under them. I think what you're going to see in this game, fatigue shouldn't be a problem.
No, for either team.
For either team, because all the stars rested for a good chunk of the fourth quarter last night, and even some into the third. So both teams should be ready to go, rested, ready, and so that shouldn't be an issue.
Julian Champagny talking about playing in a Game 7.
I don't want to say even. They've been there before. We haven't been there before. But when you get to Game 7, it's a game. It's one game. It's no, we've been here before. You haven't. It's you beat us, or we're going to beat you. That's kind of what it comes down to now. So going into OKC is just a thing of we have one game to do what we want to do what we came to do. It's nothing about experience or anything.
Dude, that is what is so cool about that. One game.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes down to one game. That's beautiful.
Well, it's true, but I like all the different players went with all these cliches about playing in a Game 7. Victor, totally different thought process.
First thing is listening to the experienced people, whether it's on our team, on our staff, or outside. We got the chance to have plenty of those around.
And the fact that Wemby, he didn't come up with all the cliches. He's going to seek advice from those that have been a part of Game 7s. On the team, Harrison Barnes. Staff, probably Pop.
Tim Duncan.
Other players, former, he's worked with Hakeem a lot. I thought that was such a different answer than what you would expect, but then that's what you get from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, different.
Yep.
That outfit he had on.
Stop.
My goodness.
Stop.
That would have been a big tent for somebody. I mean, my goodness.
It looked like bed sheets.
I don't know what it looked like. It was weird, but that's Wemby. He's just kind of a different cat. That's for sure. I can't stress enough how I think both teams are going to be. You're just going to be tight for a while. I think both teams are because of the magnitude of what they're going into in a Game 7. I think the crowd's going to be nuts. Does that help Oklahoma City? I don't know. But both teams are going to be a little tight, I think, to start this game until somebody gets into a rhythm like the Spurs did last night when they started knocking down their threes.
Well, and again, I mean, you for Mitch Johnson, getting the team ready for a Game 7 is key.
Like we have all year. I know there'll be a lot of added attention, a lot of eyes watching. It'll be a hostile environment, but we've been saying this for a long time. We've had a lot of firsts. This one will be a little bit more important or higher stakes than all the others. That's the goal, as you keep playing and the season gets longer.
And if he stays as even keel as he's been, even if you go find the video of what he was saying to the team afterwards, it wasn't anything crazy like, hey, our backs were against the wall. It was do or die, and guess what? We still have a pulse. There was none of that. It was as calm as can be. I think that will help because I truly do believe the pressure is going to be more on Oklahoma City than it will the San Antonio Spurs. Not that the Spurs are playing with house money, but the defending champions looking across at Oklahoma, at San Antonio, knowing that Vic and that group is going to be in their way for a long time, and all the talk about you better get it now because that dude's going to have the next several of them, and they're being forced to a Game 7. They weren't tested at all in the first or second round.
No, not at all.
They've been the best team all year. They're trying to go back-to-back, which you know is difficult, and they're playing at home. I think there's more pressure on Oklahoma City tomorrow night than the young San Antonio Spurs. If the San Antonio Spurs lose tomorrow, we're all going to be hurt. We're all going to be pissed. We're all going to be disappointed. And in a couple of days, we're all going to say, what a great season, and I can't wait for next year. We need to make this a move, get this guy, get that guy. Oklahoma City expected to be here. They lose in a Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. They don't repeat as champions, and this season is a complete disappointment for that group. It's two very different pressures going into it.
Wow. I don't know. I don't look at it that way. I mean, repeating in any professional sport is difficult.
Sure.
And so I don't know if you look at this season going 7 games against an up-and-coming San Antonio team as a disappointment. You're going to be disappointed, obviously, but
Sure.
I don't think it's one of those devastating things. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm looking at it from a point of expectation. Spurs have exceeded all expectations.
Sure.
If the Thunder don't go back to the finals and win it, they did not meet their expectation. There were a lot of people out there that predicted that Oklahoma City would repeat as champions, and they looked like it throughout the entire regular season. That's what I mean. Their expectation isn't just getting to the Western Conference Finals. Their expectation is to win the whole thing. And to not even get back to the finals to defend their championship, I think would be a major disappointment to that group and their fan base and all the people that picked them to win. The Spurs have already exceeded their expectation. Now, we've all moved the goalposts when it comes to expectations for the Spurs, but whenever this ends, however it ends, this has been an incredible season for the San Antonio Spurs. And I'll go back to experience as a Spurs fan, the years that the Spurs didn't repeat, and we all thought they would, the devastation in those losses, the anger that a lot of us had when Manu fouled Dirk. Right? Now, this many years later, you might be a little bit easier on them, but you remember what it was like.
Sure.
And the Spurs never repeating as champions, and can they call us a dynasty, and how much that pissed us off. But go back to those great years, for those of you that are old enough to remember them, because I realize there's a whole new generation of Spurs fans that have never experienced this before that might be listening. But in those years, in those championship years, when the Spurs did not get back to the finals a year after a championship, it was a devastating disappointment, and that's why I say there's more pressure on Oklahoma City.
Fair enough, and I hear what you're talking about. I just don't know what that means. Does that mean that Oklahoma City is going to play tighter than San Antonio? I'm not sure what that means. More pressure on them. I don't know. I mean, the fact that they're at home, if this game was in San Antonio tomorrow night, then I would think the Spurs are going to win this thing without a doubt. The fact that it's there and Oklahoma City's going to play much better, I guarantee you, than they did last night there. I just don't know. I'm not sure exactly what that means and how that benefits San Antonio in any way, shape, or form.
Well, and again, I mean, maybe it doesn't affect them, but. And this is why the Spurs tried so hard and failed at taking over that 1 seed from Oklahoma City. As great as the Spurs played down the stretch, they didn't make up enough ground, any ground really, on Oklahoma City. It was at like 2.5, 3 games for.
Never could catch them. Yeah.
And so.
And it wasn't because the Spurs were playing poorly. They were playing great.
Oklahoma City
City was as well.
Which is why we're fortunate as fans that you do end up with the 2 best teams in the West, the 2 best teams all year in the West, meeting in the Western Conference Finals, and it's coming down to a Game 7.
Only teams to win 60 games.
Yeah,
these two.
Eastern Conference, what is it? Was it the 3 and the 4 seeds that was the battle of attrition to get there? Which is why whoever wins the West, Game 1 of the NBA Finals, next Wednesday night in either San Antonio or San Antonio. I like how I did that.
Yeah, I like how you did that. That's fine. Look, we'll never know what effect anything's going to have until they tip it off tomorrow night, and that's for sure. But look, I do believe in a way, in a roundabout way, what you're saying, because I've been saying this really since the playoffs began, and I say it with all due respect. I think the Spurs team is young, they are cocky, they're confident, and they just don't know any better than to go out there and play hard. And I mean that with all due respect. So in that respect, I can see where you're talking about. The Thunder have been here before. They're supposed to win, and maybe the pressure's on them. And if things start to go south, who knows? Who knows? So we'll find out. And that's what I love about that, is the fact that we are going to find out. And I think we'll find out pretty quick the feelings for both teams, and if that pressure is getting to OKC, if that inexperience is getting to the Spurs, and I think we'll find it out really quickly. The Spurs have got to shoot well early, because in Game 5 they didn't, missed a lot of shots, and I think it got to them.
It did, but the one thing that we have seen is the Spurs have been the more aggressive team seemingly early in all these games, even when the shots weren't going what they were trying to put up. And Dylan Harper said the same thing last night with Scott Van Pelt on SportsCenter. They have to be aggressive early.
It's going to take all 15 of us to go out there and kind of just put our foot down and put our imprint on the game. I think that from the starters to everyone on the bench, we can't take no plays off. We just got to don't take it for granted and just be the aggressors. That's the biggest thing for us.
And I think they will be, because they don't know any better. That's kind of how San Antonio plays. They are the aggressors. And they've played like that all year long. It's just going to be fascinating. But what I'm going to watch in the first 5 minutes of that game, because the Spurs are going to take 4 or 5 3-pointers.
Yep.
Are they going down or not? And I think that's going to be a huge key as to how this thing is going to go. And do they keep their heads up when it doesn't? Especially if they miss a few and Oklahoma City gets up 7, 8, 10 points early. How will that affect them? Will it affect them? And I think there's a lot of questions. We're not going to know the answer. We can speculate all we want. We're not going to know the answers until we see it.
Well, I mean, obviously, but it's the excitement level of a Game 7. I don't care what the sport is and who's playing in it. As a sports fan, you get your popcorn ready, right?
Absolutely.
And when your team is involved, you're anxious, you're nervous, you're the anxiety, all of it is there. And it's going to be that way for the players. Who's going to be the calm one? And that is where you look at a guy like Vic. And, he showed up last night in the robe. Now, I thought it was, when we were sitting at Root Pub, did he FaceTime with the monks? And was that something for the concentration? Turns out it was traditional honoring a Muslim holiday. Cool. But, even Dylan Harper's like, man, we saw Vic show up dressed the way that we knew it was going to be on. I mean, it's kind of one of those things in that fiery pregame speech on the court, which we haven't seen a lot of that before. We've seen him get fiery on the bench, but before the game, I don't know that I've seen him that way prior to a game to have his team ready. Vic put that team on his shoulders last night. Everybody else came along and did their part, but it started with Wembanyama, and it needs to be that same way tomorrow night in a Game 7, that refuse-to-lose attitude that he brought to the arena.
Well, he's got to. He's the guy. He's the leader of this team, and nobody else should be expected to do that. They should just follow along, as you just said. Wemby's got to start the thing going, and he did last night by hitting a couple of early threes. It's exactly what he did, and everybody else stepped in and did the same exact thing. So, it rises and falls with what Wemby does. When he didn't have a very good game in Game 5, guess what? They come out of there with a loss, and he can't do that. He's got to play, and set the tone for everybody else. I just can't wait for it. I really can't wait for it. It's going to be.
Can you wait for it?
So no, I really can't. No.
I mean, you're going to have to.
I guess I do, right?
You have no choice. None of us do.
Maybe I'll go back and watch 2014. Watch the Spurs beat Miami.
Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs! Go!
Wow, Pledge.
Sounds like that hurts, man, doesn't it? Dude, I hope you didn't hurt yourself when you did that.
Stubbed a toe.
Unplug
it, maybe.
Anybody else have some Spurs theme songs you want us to play?
Let's go, man. We're all for it. It's a Friday, a Victory Friday here on the Blitz.
Somebody asked where they can get a copy of that.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, I've got a CD
I got a
copy
CD
on my
you can
desk.
have.
I'll sell it. I mean, I might open up a booth at Eisenhower Road Flea Market and see what we can get for it.
Yeah, dude, you're going to spend more on opening that tent than doing anything else. Somebody's going to buy that.
You don't know that. Well, I mean, we're giving it to them free. They can rip it right off of YouTube or something.
I'm worried about this guy if he hurts himself when he hits that auto-tune.
Always by your side, my friends. Fight for first place. Fight for first place.
Fight for first, baby.
They will scream and shout, and it will be.
Sounds like he just redid something he wrote for, like, I don't know, a sixth grade soccer team for the kids. Fight for first place.
It's like somebody goosed him. Oh, my goodness. Go, Spurs, go. For the guy to have the stones to do that.
Do what?
But his family's probably, dude, that's awesome.
Do you think his family's honest with him?
I have no idea what they're...
I mean, he's proud of it. He brought 3 whole copies to the radio station.
I like it.
I mean, that's old school, like 1960s. You know, bands would create music and then drop it off at the radio station with a couple $100, hoping the DJ would play it, which is illegal.
I want an auto-tune like he's got.
You can barely work Instagram.
What do you got to do? I got a basset hound in the waiting there. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Oh, my goodness.
Fred is saying he had a similar song back in 2013-14. He's dropped a couple off through the years. I don't know that they're still in our system because we had an M drive or whatever crash, and so it's gone. And then an old producer here had a lot of stuff on an external drive that we'll never hear again. So I don't know if we still have those, and quite frankly, I'm afraid to ask him for them again.
Well, I mean, it was 2014 and 2013, so he was a lot younger back then.
Well, it sounds the same.
Oh, it does.
Found the remix.
You found a remix?
Yeah, I found a remix.
Where did you find a remix?
I happened to find a remix.
Let's
he did
hear
a
it.
collaboration with another person who's undefeated during this run.
Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go!
Is that the corgi? Oh. So Ego's hanging out with the corgi?
Nice. I wish we could talk to that corgi. How he gets, somebody's got to translate dog, don't they?
Our interview with Eric Corgi coming up at 6:01.
Yes. Stay tuned for that. Well, with Pledge going to have the dog on?
His show goes to the dogs daily, so why not?
Oh, it's been a fun Friday, as we should be having a lot of fun. You know, it's interesting that we're having some fun because it is a Victory Friday. It could have been a lot sadder today.
Why do you got to go there?
I'm just saying, but it wasn't. So that's why I went there.
The hardest thing we're going to have to do in the next hour is figure out what we're going to say for what we call the next day promos that run all weekend.
Oh my gosh, that's true. We had to do 2 of them, and Pledge had to.
No, he loaded the winning one in.
I guessed right.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Look at you, Pledge.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Huh.
Spurs, OKC. Big game inside the Frostbank Center last night. A big game inside the Paycom Center tomorrow night. Game 7. I'm here for it. We're talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. OrthoNow provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, OrthoNow has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the OrthoNow Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
KTFM Floresville. The San Antonio Sports Stars studios are powered by the City of San Antonio Metro Health. During Asthma Awareness Month, Metro Health reminds you asthma doesn't have to keep you off the court. Know your triggers, follow your game plan, and stay ready to play. Go Spurs, go.
Children want and need to be active. Sometimes everyday activities can be difficult for children with asthma. May is Asthma Awareness Month. The City of San Antonio Metro Health's SA Kids Breathe program is here to help. This free program offers education to better understand and control your child's asthma. If you have a child with asthma between the ages of 3 and 17 and live in Bexar County, call 210-207-7282 or visit sa.gov/health.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Eczema, eczema, eczema. So many ads for eczema products. But those fancy TV ads don't mention that those prescription products can cost thousands of dollars. There's a smarter way. It's Exoderm for eczema and dermatitis. Exoderm costs less than $20. Yep, less than $20. You don't need a prescription, and it's available on the first aid aisle of your local store. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean, hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives or nasty chemicals. Exoderm, fast, effective relief from the itching and inflammation of eczema. This stuff really does work. Take back control. Heal eczema flares with soothing Exoderm Flare Control Cream. It's on the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, and at Target and Walmart too. Exoderm for eczema. Now that's smart.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, it broke earlier this afternoon. Shams Charania doing the breaking. The Orlando Magic are finalizing a deal that would make Spurs assistant coach Sean Sweeney their next head coach. Sweeney will finish the season on the Spurs bench. Texas opens up a series tonight with the Kansas City Royals. First pitch set for 7:05 from Globe Life Park in Arlington. You can catch it right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Pre-game show starts at 6:30.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having a great Friday. I know you are. If you get off work at 5 o'clock, you're done. The weekend has begun for you. Congratulations. Appreciate y'all stopping by here. Spend a little time with us on the Blitz 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star on this Victory Friday. I'm Joe Reinagel. That guy over there is Jason Minix. Woo! I tell you what, we both said the same thing in the break. You know, it was such an exciting night. And everybody was excited. You kind of like, oh, I need a little rest before Game 7.
I know. It's going to be interesting to see. I don't know. It's 5:04. What I end up doing tonight. Doubt that we'll stay home.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
no.
though, I know we're going to play golf in the day. That will take 4, 5, 6 hours, and because I don't know that I could sit around all day and not have something to do as I get ready, the anticipation for a Game 7. I'm ready. How are you guys feeling about Game 7? That's our poll question today on YouTube. You can access YouTube through sasportstar.com, or if you're on YouTube, you can go there and search out the station. Our 4 options, how you feeling about Game 7? Confident, 50-50, I believe in Air Corgi, or Spurs have no chance. Confident is at 44%, 33%, 50-50, 14% of you believe in the dog, and 10% of you say no chance.
Is Pledge killing somebody in there? What the hell's going on?
There you go. Is that what a Corgi sounds like? That's sad. Although it's so much more manly than the Schnauzer that I have.
It would drive you nuts.
Dude.
You got a yapper?
Have you heard my dog bark
I have
yet?
not. No. You've heard mine.
It's embarrassing. I keep telling this dog, which I just got, it was my mom's dog, and you got to stop barking. That's embarrassing. I mean, she hadn't figured it out yet.
So she's not going to scare anybody off, huh? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
No, but the big dogs next door are laughing at her.
I'm sure.
Did she bark when you were out there? It's embarrassing, isn't it?
Because the other dogs were out back, and that's the only time I heard her bark.
Yeah, she gets all brave, and her bark is embarrassing. You know, sometimes you hear a car's horn, and you're like, don't honk at anybody.
Yeah. Well, that's a sweet dog, man.
She's a
Come
sweet
on.
dog, but a stupid bark.
Okay, well, that's all right.
I mean, it's embarrassing. It doesn't even sound like a bark. It doesn't. You know, imagine.
What's it sound like? Can you imitate that dog?
No, I can't.
Come on.
No, I'm going to record her and play it for her just so she'll hear herself and go, well, I can't do that again.
Wow. Okay. All right.
It really is that embarrassing.
Do dogs get embarrassed?
You know, growing up, we had a poodle.
Uh-huh.
And you know how poodles get specific haircuts?
Yes.
We had a poodle that had a bad haircut. And that poodle knew it because she hid behind the couch for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
She came out to go to the bathroom and eat. But there was, she literally, I think, was embarrassed by her haircut. So I do think so. That's the other thing. I got to find a dog groomer that can do schnauzers because that's a very specific cut.
Oh, it is, huh?
I've been told, you can't take that dog to just anybody. If they don't know what they're doing, they'll mess it up.
Well, how do you know? I mean, if you call a groomer and say, hey, can you do this? Of course we can.
Now, I'm not comparing you to a dog, but you are very specific about where you'll go get your haircut because you don't want somebody to mess it up. But every place you go will say, sure, I can do your hair.
Well, yeah, and you find out real quick they can't.
Exactly.
But, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but sometimes you got to go and get a bad haircut before you realize they can't do it, and you go to somebody else.
Sure.
So that's part of the problem. But, we go to a nice place. Now, we have You've seen my dog. She's a small little dog, a little Havanese.
Yeah, has no knees.
Well,
has
she
bad
does.
Knees.
She has robotic knees.
Yes.
Now, yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, they do a good job. I'll give you their number, man.
Yeah.
It's expensive as hell. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's not the one I want.
Well, what are you gonna do? There's no sports clips for dogs.
Is there a super great clips for
No,
dogs?
there's not.
I called one mobile place.
Oh,
my goodness.
Yes.
I mean, if you've got 3 or 4 dogs, that might be worth it. But for one little nothing dog,
Dude, I'm going to tell you, if I had it to do over again, if I win the lottery, I'm buying either a dog grooming place or a dog hotel.
yeah.
Either way, you're going to make a fortune.
Yes.
It's amazing what people will pay for their dogs to go spend the night.
Sure.
Or before I was happily married to my now wife, Maggie, I had a couple of dogs that I confiscated from my old house because I wanted to save them as well. And I'd have to work late and stuff. So you go to these places and it's like, you go pick them up and be like, how much?
The doggy daycare?
Dude, did they get caviar? Did they have a butler? I mean, it's like, what the hell?
Dude, I know what I paid James Pledger, and I'm like, hey, that's too much, but it's
Oh, you don't pay pledge nothing but food and beer.
And cash.
You give him cash?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I want that job. I'll take care of the dogs next time. Food, beer, and cash? It's a hell of a deal.
You can barely take care of yourself. You want me to trust you with the dog?
Yes.
My mom's dog at that?
Yes. I would take very good care of that dog.
Lots of Spurs talk coming up, but look, I know it's all Spurs all the time, and there's a lot of things that are happening in the other parts of the sports world that we'll get into later. But this beef between Texas and Texas Tech is just too good. Cody Campbell, well, let's go back. A week or so ago, Sark, talking at the Houston Touchdown Club, took some shots at Texas Tech. Although he didn't name Texas Tech, we know who they were talking about, a team from another conference in our state. If we with our 2s and 3s could have a better record, and they'll get in the playoffs. Now, Texas Tech, they got quarterback problems because their quarterback's a gambler and no longer on the team and losing lawsuits the way he's losing bets.
Yeah.
But Cody Campbell, rich dude, and Joey McGuire said, all right, Texas Tech, here's what we'll do. You've got a game with Texas State. We've got a game with ACU. We'll get out of those contracts. We'll pay the buyouts. And then Cody Campbell said, you know what, Texas? I'll pay your buyout as well. So it costs you nothing to get out of that game. Schedule us. We'll meet you in the parking lot. We'll play wherever you want. Crickets from Austin.
Well, I'll tell you why. I mean, they'd have to open up with Texas Tech and then go play Ohio State.
Uh-huh. But if you could take your 2s and 3s and have an undefeated schedule with what Texas Tech's schedule is, what are you afraid of? And that's what basically...
Well, because Texas Tech's got Cupcake U next.
Well...
Where Texas has Ohio State.
Yeah, Cody Campbell goes on with Pat McAfee, and he explains bowl anatomy.
Well, so, you and I talk a lot about Texas, and but I don't know if you know the difference between bulls and steers. Do you know the difference?
So the bulls, they kind of go trotting around looking, and
Well, there's an important physical difference, and this is a family show, so I'm not going to lay it out to you, but I think a lot of your viewers know, and you maybe have some of your guys look it up.
Okay.
But Bevo, the Longhorns mascot, is a steer, and it's become very clear that there are quite a few steers down in Austin, and not very many bulls. And let me tell you something: when Sark opened his mouth and he picked a fight with a bunch of West Texas boys, he should have known that he better get ready to pack a lunch, because we're ready to strap it on.
Hell yeah.
We're ready to spot the ball, and we're ready to go. So September 3rd, September 5th, you name the place, we'll be there, and we'll go at it.
Yeah, and I love the guy. He's got more money than he knows what to do with and can spread it around, whatever. But again, it doesn't behoove Texas to do that. I mean, it just doesn't. And if you think about it, what does Texas have to lose or win?
They don't have anything to win and everything to lose.
Exactly. So it just doesn't behoove them to do it. And then what happens if Texas goes and kicks Texas Tech's ass? And then what happens? I mean, it's just it's a nice
fun
argument. It's fun, but it's not to Texas' advantage to do that. Although I think everybody on the planet would like to see it.
You know, it is interesting, and localize it a little bit. It's kind of like UTSA playing UIW or Texas State. Now, Texas State has grown into an opponent that, you know, is worthy when they beat the crap out of them. But there for a while, UTSA was so much better and bigger, but they had everything to lose with that game. You know, Texas can schedule a UTSA, and every now and then, at some point, UTSA might win. But those money games, sometimes, you know, are they worth it? You know, Aggie fan understands those money games can bite you in the ass. But UTSA, I know they played Incarnate Word. I know they're opening up this year with UTRGV, and that's a dangerous game for UTSA. Sark is looking at the same thing. It sounds good, but will they actually do it? Now, the fact that it's been so public and so called out, and Sark is the one that threw the first stray.
Yep.
You just wonder. You get called out, there's boosters out there saying, dude, you can't let them talk to us this way. We're Texas. We've got those stones that Cody Campbell says we don't have.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we'll get this game. I doubt it. But maybe we'll get, and the fact that Cody, like, I'll pay your buyout too. Like, every excuse is out of the board unless you're too scared to play us.
Yeah, well, again, you still got to look at what makes sense for your program.
I mean, they're calling out your manhood.
No,
right?
Okay. I'm sure Sark's losing sleep over that. Or anybody else at Texas. And look, I'm sure every Texas player, every Texas fan would love to see that, because at this point in time, it is just kind of a wiener contest. I mean, in all honesty, you know, I mean, who's bigger at this point in time? But it's Sark started it, and they're responding, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I hope it does, but it just doesn't behoove Texas to do it.
And it's become very clear that there are quite a few steers down in Austin, and not very many bulls.
And that's very funny, because obviously steers don't have any package or balls or whatever. Not much of a cow person, but I don't think they have any nuts.
You think I'm an idiot?
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Well, all Joe knows about cows. It's good
That's
eating.
about it. Yep, that's it. Good. Yes, I know what a good piece of dead cow tastes like when it's cooked up right. It's outstanding.
I just said dead cow.
Yes. Well, I don't want a live one. What the hell? Jeez. I don't know. Maybe, maybe it'll happen. I doubt it, but maybe it will. By the way, we do still have our poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. How you feeling for Game 7? Confident is winning the way right now, 43%, but 50-50 is making a climb at 33%. Spurs have no chance, 10% there, and I believe in Air Corgi, 14%. Still have a lot of time. You need to get over there, wake the kids and phone the neighbors and vote. Will you please? You get that dog barking and wake everybody up. Go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Vote in our poll. We'll get back to some b-ball talk. We continue here.
What?
Some bull balls.
When we continue here on the Blitz, the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Now, tomorrow night, Game 7, you know where you need to be. The Rue Pub, 281 and Redland Road. No better place to go watch a Spurs game. We were there last night. Place was packed in. The atmosphere was incredible. I can't imagine what it's going to be like for a Game 7 on a Saturday night. Go early, get some food. The food's incredible. We had a lot of food last night. We had the wings, we had the shrimp, we had the corn dog bites, the onion rings were there, a burger was ordered. I'm trying to think what was
salad.
Yeah. My niece ordered a salad. She said it was wonderful. And you know that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. The Roo Pub has happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch Game 7 tomorrow night. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The Morning Huddle.
See, you're talking like that little old lady at the Spurs game now. It's just not right. It's just not right.
Yeah, she's talking directly to me. How can I afford it? Yeah,
she was. And Vic is that little old lady. Vic's like, how do they afford it?
I know.
Outrageous.
I literally mow lawns on the weekends for extra money.
To buy the ticket.
My favorite thing that Vic said was like, he was mowing his lawn and some dude came by and said, how much? And Vic was like, this is my house.
I live here. I live here.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Upgrade your truck without breaking the bank at NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse. Buy the Rough Country 3-panel hard-folding truck bed cover starting at $6.99. Get weather protection, added security, and durability for all of life's gear. A sleek upgrade custom look for just $6.99 is a quick install away. With NAW and Rough Country truck bed covers, skip the big box hassle. Shop local and get expert advice from NAW today. 3027 Culebra Road. Family operated, community driven since 1978.
It's Military Appreciation Month at North Park Chevy. Service members get up to $1,000 bonus cash. Got a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $15,000 off MSRP. Drive the 2026 Colorado with 0 payments for 90 days. Or take home a 2026 Equinox LT for $26,359 with 2.9% financing. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes off Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code BOOST to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code BOOST to borrow up to $10,000. Use code BOOST to borrow up to $10,000.
San Antonio's newest sports headquarters, Novo Brewery. Juicy, thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. This is bring your appetite food. Novo is attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Visit novobrew.com.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
Eye of the Tiger, baby. Eye of the Tiger. That's what the Spurs need tomorrow night in Oklahoma City. Game 7 between the Spurs and the Thunder. Quick update from Shams. Jalen Williams ruled out for Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals against the Spurs. He might as well not have been there last night either, although he tried to play, and obviously that was a mistake. He was not effective and had no bearing on that game whatsoever. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix.
And so he's out. But yeah, I kind of want him at full strength, but at the same time doesn't matter. And he was ineffective last night. No surprise. A couple of things. Algorithms are an interesting thing. I see a tweet from Michael Carlis from the San Antonio Current. Bexar County Judge Peter Sakai says county has no interest in collecting $5 million owed by Spurs over failed MLS experiment despite budget deficit. Those comments come as Sakai has reportedly accepted free Spurs playoff tickets on 2 separate occasions. That's Michael Carla's tweet from The Current. The next tweet in my feed is from KSAT12. San Antonio Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones gifted premium tickets to Spurs Thunder Game 6. And Mayor Jones has great seats based on this photo. Although you didn't notice her, probably, because she's sitting right in front of those OnlyFans chicks that are in the background of all the video of Mitch Johnson.
Well, she's right behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't notice them because you were focused on what's in front of her.
Yeah, you can't get past the front row there.
No, I don't know that KSAT found this picture. Where
she looks miserable, by the way.
Well, is it?
I want a deal.
Is
Yeah.
it because she's at a basketball game or because what's in front of her?
Well, I don't know. There's jokes there, and I'm not going to go there, all right?
Now, according to KSAT's article, photos obtained by KSAT Investigate show Mayor sitting just rows away from the action. Viewers could catch glimpses of Jones sitting in the lower level behind Spurs head coach Mitch Johnson. No mention of the girls. KSAT rewatched the broadcast and saw that those seats were empty during the first half of the game. Anybody else notice empty seats?
No.
No. Saw a couple of objects in front that caught your attention.
So what does that tell you if they were empty in the first half?
Well,
that she didn't show up until late, or they were given to her at halftime?
Hey, man, there's some empty seats. Anybody need them? Anybody need them? Now, quote, the tickets were gifted to her in accordance with the city's ethics and gift rules, Jones' acting chief of staff, Andrew Fuentes, told KSAT Investigates. Tickets to get inside the Frost Bank Center started at approximately 2:20, blah, 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 blah. KSAT Investigates asked Fuentes, who gifted the Spurs tickets to Jones and who attended the Thursday night game with her. KSAT also asked if Jones had been given tickets or attended any other Spurs games during the playoffs. He has yet to answer those questions. KSAT called, emailed, and texted many times to follow up. This story will be updated when he does send a response.
Well, it's interesting. Back to Judge Sakai, is that a problem? I mean, if her tickets were ethical, or his not?
Well, you can say they are.
Well, I mean, if the Spurs gifted us tickets, would that be unethical? Because we'd have to say nice things about them.
You know, the city's ethics and gift rules state that a city official or employee should not accept any gifts that, quote, reasonably tends to influence or reward official conduct, end quote. That according to KSAT. Part of me thinks if you're the county judge and you're playing at the Frost Bank Center, which is owned by the county, you should get tickets. Now, forgiving a $5 million debt that nobody knew was available, I don't know if one has anything to do with the other, and Peter Sakai's on his way out.
He is.
Right?
Yes.
If the mayor is showing up at an event, again, it's such a major piece of our city that to have city leaders and city officials at these major events, part of me doesn't have an issue if all right, I'll vote for this or I'll forgive $5 million if you hook me up with a couple of courtside seats. I'm torn because I understand what the rules are and why they are in place. But at the same time, when you're city leaders, being visible at these events is part of the job, is it not?
Well, and again, I don't know why she's there. I mean, in all honesty, I don't think she wanted to be there. Judging by the look on her face, she's not having a very good time.
Well, it's one photo.
So well, I know, but did somebody tell her?
Have you ever seen her where it looks like she's having a good time?
No. Did somebody tell her that it would be to your advantage politically to be there and act like you like the Spurs?
Well, she does want a deal.
Well, no, we all know better.
I want a deal.
Yeah. So, I mean, she's gone out of her way to try and muddy up the water and put roadblocks in place and all of that stuff. So I don't know. I don't have a problem with politicians getting tickets. Do you? I mean, I just don't. From all the crap that politicians get under the table that we don't know any damn thing about, and so they're going to a basketball game?
And Pledge did find another photo that has the girl standing in front of her, and she's looking up at the Jumbotron. I think part of it, and Gina Ortiz-Jones is not dumb. You look at her career, she doesn't get there if she's not smart and savvy. If she thought she was doing something wrong, would she be so visible in the third row? You see what I mean?
Sure.
And so if she were in some, I don't know. I mean, part of me doesn't have a problem with going to a game in the Western Conference Finals. Remember that article with all the people that got Final Four tickets? It's a big event in the city. And I know the rules are there and whatnot. And I get that. There do need to be rules to keep, all right, if you give me this, I'll do that for you. The old back scratching thing, which happens. But for the mayor to be at the biggest playoff game that we've had in a long time, quite honestly, part of me, I'm glad to see her there.
I don't have an issue with it.
I don't have a problem with the judge. He's responsible for that building being there.
Well, I just wonder if
if he took the tickets and say, well, give me some tickets and don't worry about that $5 million, I do have a problem with that.
Well, okay, but I mean, I think he would have to. It'd have to be more than one. If I'm going to do that, I'm getting tickets throughout the playoffs and the finals.
Well, I mean,
I'm not going to one game and hey, okay, everything's cool.
And I think I don't know Judge Sakai on a personal level. I have talked to him a few times. I have a lot of respect for him. And I like Judge Peter Sakai.
I do, and I just don't. I can't see him taking tickets to forgive a debt. That's not like him.
Exactly. Now, why are they forgiving the debt that should have been paid a long time ago? I don't know, and it might just simply be, dude, man, I don't know. I mean, and I know $5 million is a lot of money, but when you look at the millions and millions that they work with, I don't know. And I know there's rules, and I know there's watchdog groups out there and whatnot that pay attention to this kind of stuff. But if the mayor's at a major game like that, and the Spurs invited her, cool.
I just don't. I don't have any problem with it. And look, I don't know her from Adam, so I don't know what her motivation is or what it is, if any. But I can't see Judge Sakai going out because you get tickets to a playoff game and you're going to forgive a $5 million debt. I just don't think there's any legs to stand on in this thing. And if there was, I think the city and or the county would have done something about it a long time ago. I really do. I mean, if it's that cut and dry where, okay, it's in the contract, the Spurs, if this doesn't happen, then why wouldn't you go after them? I mean, $5 million to the Spurs, I mean, it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong.
But it's nothing.
But I think they probably would have paid it just to stay out of the headlines. And so I think there's a lot more being made out of this than in the San Antonio Current. I mean, why don't you investigate that instead of trying to throw mud on somebody that's on his way out? I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, just got sent a photo. Ron Nuremberg was there. Now, I don't know if he paid for his tickets or bought his tickets, but I remember Ron being at a lot of games. And again, I don't know if he paid for them, was the guest. And quite frankly, while it appears that Peter Sakai got tickets from the Spurs, for all we know, Gina's got a friend that didn't use the seats. We don't know who gave her the tickets. The current spokesperson, and hopefully gets back to KSAT before he's the former spokesperson, based on trends that we've seen out of her office.
I want a deal.
He didn't say where the tickets came from. He just said that they were gifted to her in accordance with the city's ethics and gift rules. So it doesn't say that the Spurs hooked her up. Could have been somebody else.
Could have been. And again, Judge Sakai has to follow the same rules whether he's on his way out or not. He is still the Bexar County judge at this moment in time, and I'm quite certain he doesn't want to have that reputation as he goes out, because he probably has more political aspirations, I would assume. He's not like he's ancient. I don't buy it. And again, it's the San Antonio Current. So read that how you will.
Now, I will say this tweet that Blitz just sent us with the girl standing and she's in the background, and the guy that tweeted it, and I don't know who this guy is, writes, didn't know Gina had the bag like that for seats that close.
I don't know if we could say his name on the air.
I don't know either. That's why I didn't. There's a lot of things there.
Yes.
But for your entertainment later tonight, go read those comments. Wow.
Well, she's right behind the two breasts. Oh,
There's
the four
of them.
Yes. She's right behind those girls.
Focus.
Yeah, and Mitch Johnson's picture of him, he's got his eyes closed.
Well, he better.
He's dreaming. Oh, my God. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Please.
Man,
no.
and you look past it and you see Gina.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be turn around quick. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
This picture of Ron, he's on the court.
I know.
Son of a...
I have no issue with these politics going there. It's ridiculous. To try and make a big deal out of this, to me, is just dumb.
Are we off base in your mind? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. And let's talk. I mean, we got one segment left. A Game 7 tomorrow night.
Dude, I got it. This is funny, dude. And I hate to even give this dude credit for this, but I have to. KC says they should investigate me for the chemicals I'm exposing this country to keep that hair so perfect.
I mean,
I'm just saying. I can't, how can I argue that? I mean, honestly, it's true.
Hall of Fame hair.
Probably a lot of ozone layer has been gone because of me. I'm just saying. So you're right on there, KC.
Probably. I don't think probably needs
Next time
to be
you get
in that
sunburned.
sentence.
Next time you get sunburned, thank you, your old Uncle Joe.
Can we get this sunk into retirement now?
Let's talk about this big game because it is our last opportunity to do so on the air. Of course, we'll be talking about the NBA Finals when we get in here on Monday. However, when we're talking about this big Game 7 in Oklahoma City, this is our last opportunity. Your last opportunity with us as well. So chime in, 656-3776, 656-ESPN, or go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and comment there. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I want a deal. I want a deal.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Eczema, eczema, eczema. So many ads for eczema products. But those fancy TV ads don't mention that those prescription products can cost thousands of dollars. There's a smarter way. It's Exoderm for eczema and dermatitis. Exoderm costs less than $20. Yep, less than $20. You don't need a prescription, and it's available on the first aid aisle of your local store. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean, hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives or nasty chemicals. Exoderm, fast, effective relief from the itching and inflammation of eczema. This stuff really does work. Take back control. Heal eczema flares with soothing Exoderm Flare Control Cream. It's on the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, and at Target and Walmart too. Exoderm for eczema. Now that's smart.
This is TV's Dr. Travis Stork for Eggland's Best Eggs. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, make sure you're choosing wholesome ingredients like Eggland's Best Eggs to plus up your nutrition. With more than 6 times the vitamin D and double the omega-3s and vitamin B12 compared to ordinary eggs, Eggland's Best supports a healthy lifestyle. Available in so many delicious varieties. Classic, cage-free, organic, free-range, and pasture-raised. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com to learn more.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Here in Texas, we know that trust is earned and reputation matters. Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and that Texans can respect. A firm where no defendant is too big and no case is too small. Backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients, Thomas J. Henry remains the name you can depend on if you have been injured. Trust the firm that stands for you. Trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Well, here we go, a Game 7, boys and girls. If you've never experienced one, you are in for a treat. If you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is the best there is when it comes to the NBA playoffs, and we get that tomorrow night. Spurs, Oklahoma City. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix.
On YouTube, we have our poll. As you get ready for Game 7, you've got 20 minutes or so to go vote in the poll. So go there and vote. How you feeling? Confident? 50-50? Spurs have no chance? I believe in Eric Corgi, who only got 14%. I thought the dog would be a runaway. Confident at 43%. 33% is 50-50.
Yeah. And that's kind of the way I feel, in all honesty. I think this game is a toss-up, and it's going to come right down to the wire. Again, I would love to see this run continue. If the Spurs are getting the finals, have that rematch of 1999 between the Spurs and the Knicks, all the storylines that are there, but I think it's going to be a difficult hill to climb and get over, and the Spurs are going to have to earn it, as is Oklahoma City. I mean, either team is going to have to earn this thing tomorrow night, and that's the beauty of this game. Two pretty evenly matched teams. Who plays better tomorrow?
And you talk about evenly matched. I mean, the fact that the Spurs are averaging 119.8 in this series. Oklahoma City averaging 119.
Wow.
0.
That's pretty cool.
And I think for the Spurs, the key tomorrow night's going to be their defense. Obviously, they're going to have to score. But the fact that they've been able to hold Oklahoma City to under 100 points twice is surprising.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City has scored over 120 in their 3 wins so far in this series.
The difference is both of those games they held them under 100 were in San Antonio.
Yep.
Correct? So that's for whatever that's worth. The Thunder play much better at home. They do. It's just a fact. So do the Spurs. You just feel more comfortable in your place. And, again, as we've talked about, and we saw again last night, the role players play better at home. So for whatever all of that is worth, let's watch a Game 7.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Kenneth, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
I just want to say that anything that happens after tomorrow night is anticlimactic. This is the true NBA Finals. And I got to comment that you and Jason, Joe and Jason, both you guys, are very, very analytically on point when you talk about what the Spurs need to do, whatever they need to win a game. And I just think that somebody should teach me listening to y'all, because if they're listening to y'all, we're probably going to come out a winner. But anything that happens after tomorrow night is anticlimactic. No matter what we say, no matter how we feel after Saturday night, this is the most successful, exciting season we've had since the Spurs won their last championship.
Kenneth, you are absolutely right, my friend, about everything you just said.
Yeah, well, there's some better parts in there, too.
No, Kenneth, great call, man. We appreciate you calling in and calling your shot, and thank you for the compliments there. Again, you still got time to call in if you would like to do so. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Go vote in the poll. We got 236 votes. We can get up to 250 at least.
There you go.
Right? At least. We could do higher than that. And give Eric Corgi some love, will you?
Well, I mean, vote how you feel. And again.
Hey, I want some tickets. I'm telling them, you vote my way, buddy, you get tickets. All right? Come on.
All right, Gina.
Am I a politician?
I mean.
Dude, I'm about to tell you, if this damn dog, if he calls this Game 7 and gets all up, we're going to put a freaking statue right next to that camel up here. If you're watching on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. I got a Hump Day camel up there, and we'll put we'll put a statue of that dog up there, and he can eat that damn cat that what AJ has.
John Sobery says triple overtime. Good Lord, could you imagine? Now, Eric Corgi, if we're going with this dog, he has called every game correctly in this series. But for the 7th game, he missed both the Thunder bucket and the Spurs bucket, and on the second attempt, it made it into the Spurs. I interpret that as the dog is calling for overtime in a Game 7 and a Game 7 Spurs victory.
Dude, I would be all for that. Would we not be entertained?
Now, what do we do with the dog if it doesn't work?
Shoot him. I kid.
If sometimes you put it on a tee, knowing exactly what the answer is going to be, but Ryan Eagle can say what we're all thinking. He's old enough to not give a damn.
Absolutely, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
By the way, we did get the news late this afternoon. Jalen Williams for OKC will not play. He's been ruled out for Game 7. I don't think he was ready to come back last night. He did not contribute much at all, except for 23 minutes, and I don't even think he made a shot. So he's out. Not sure about A.J. Mitchell, who has been out this entire series, but he was game time decision yesterday. I would assume he'll probably be game time decision tomorrow.
Probably. Now, real quick, back to the mayor being at the game last night.
I want a deal.
Michael Carlos from The Current, who had the tweet we read earlier about Sakai.
Yeah.
He says, Mayor Jones' interim chief of staff, Andrew Fuentes, told the Express News that Jones had refused an offer for Spurs playoff tickets, but when KSAT spotted Jones in premium seating in Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals, Fuentes won't say who gave Jones the tickets.
Huh. Well, and again, I don't care.
Well, I mean, but again, though, from a political standpoint, if she accepted tickets and those are against the rules, that's a problem. If she accepted them from the Spurs, especially knowing that Project Marvel is going on. But not saying who gave Jones the tickets makes it sound even worse.
It does.
But it also tells me she didn't pay for them. So,
well, here, Jason, from what I know, nobody likes her. Who the hell's giving her tickets, and what can she do for them?
Somebody likes her. She got voted in.
Well, I guess.
And obviously, when you're running for mayor, you have to have enough rich friends to help fund the campaign. I mean, it's not like she won and didn't do any kind of fundraising for it. So somebody likes her. There's nobody will admit it now.
Okay, well, here, let me put it this way. Nobody on the city council likes her or supports her. So if I'm going to give the mayor tickets, what power do I get back from that? Because most likely she's going to get voted down no matter what she does. So I don't know.
I don't know. And again, personally, I don't care how she got tickets. And if the Spurs gave her some and she went, she is the mayor. And if you are a major organization, whether you like the person or not, whether you're working with them or not, there are certain things that you invite political people to. And a big event in San Antonio, the mayor should be there, whether she's there as in official capacity, which quite frankly, Anywhere she goes, she's the mayor, so it's official capacity. She should be there. And same thing with the county judge. It's in the Frost Bank Center is owned by the county. He should be there. He's responsible for that building. No different than if they showed up at the rodeo and had rodeo tickets. Although if you remember all the crap going on with what was going on with the whatever in Houston at that rodeo, but that's because she was trying to get into areas she didn't have access to.
Well, that's a pretty good point, I guess. I mean, Judge Sakai that's kind of his place, isn't it? I mean, the Frost Bank Center, it's like, isn't that the judge's house?
Well, I mean, he's responsible for it.
Well, there you go. And being responsible for it, I mean, what the hell? He ought to get some perks out of that. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Don't read your text on the air. Just don't grab it and read it. You can read it. Read it to yourself, and you can chuckle. But don't read that out loud, because don't read that out loud.
Well,
don't read that out loud.
I'm not going to read it out loud,
Okay.
and I understand why. But I agree with her that probably did happen.
Well, that's what we were all thinking.
Well, and then I'm wondering why she wasn't paying a little more attention to what was in front of her.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What? Oh, man, we've been trying to get this interview all day.
Now, obviously, we can't talk to Eric Corgi because it's a dog.
Uh-huh.
Whose ears are bleeding now. Thanks, Pledge. But apparently on our call screen it says the owner of Eric Corgi.
The owner. Wow, we've been trying to get this interview all day.
Hi, guys.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, this is the owner of Air Corgi.
The owner of Eric Corgi. You sound exactly how I thought you would sound.
Well, yeah, I can help translate if you need some help. Would you like to talk to Air Corgi?
It really would. I'd like to know. Yes. Is Eric Corgi on the phone?
Oh, good boy. Good boy.
So Eric Corgi is a boy. We've learned that.
Okay, so what did Eric Corgi just say right there?
Said, hello, how are you?
Oh, well, I'm doing very well, Air. How are you? Can we call him Air? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, all right.
Sure. What's the dog's real name?
Air Corgi.
So you just call him AC?
Yeah.
All right, nice.
So
no,
wish we had AC in this building.
So I'd like to ask AC there, Eric Corgi, that what insight does he have to know that this game, that he's gotten all the games right in the Western Conference Finals?
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I'll tell him. I'll let him know. I just loves basketball.
Wow.
And been watching the Spurs all year. Mm-hmm.
So why the Spurs? Why are the Spurs going to win, Eric Corgi?
Why are the Spurs going to win? Oh, because he says because they're really good.
Great analysis. Now, Eric Corgi, you did get the Eastern Conference Finals right, but you had the Knicks winning in 6 games. How do you explain the 2 losses there?
How do you explain this? Oh. Now I don't know what he said there. I don't know.
Well, wait a minute. What? I thought you knew everything that Eric Corgi says.
What's up?
I thought you knew everything.
No, Eric Corgi. Eric Corgi.
So all of a sudden, it sounds like we're talking to Miss Doubtfire.
What was that?
Oh, because the other team scored more points.
Ah. You know, Eric Corgi, you are a basketball aficionado.
A basketball hound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you calling in because that answers a lot of our questions. Thank you.
I've got one question for Eric Corgi. He's a male dog, right?
Sure.
Was a male dog at one point, is how I take that answer. Is the dog more excited? Ask the dog about seeing the nuns or the OnlyFans models on the sidelines.
Eric Corgi, are you more excited to see the OnlyFans models or the nuns? What do you mean you have an OnlyFans account? No, you don't. No. Oh, okay. I'll let him know. Eric Corgi says, "Go Spurs, go!"
Thanks, Eric
All right.
Corgi.
Okay.
Appreciate you calling in. Thank you for.
Go Spurs, go! And yes.
You like that song, by the way?
Eric Corgi loves that song. Eric Corgi loves that song.
He's the only dog that
Sing it,
does.
Eric
Everybody
Corgi.
else's dog is howling. You know, I really thought that, you know, is our job, you know, you always think about, man, you could have done that, but it's a dog. He doesn't care about the boobs. He's humping legs.
Well, that's true, but I mean, you know, he might be hungry.
It's not a cat.
I'm just saying, dogs still go for the teat. I'm just saying, I don't know. Well, Eric Corgi, that was wonderful.
Is it Friday?
Yes, it is, brother. Yes, it
Glad
is.
you're doing a show. Good luck, brother.
Yes. All right, y'all. Go Spurs, go, because tomorrow a huge game, obviously. Pledge is going to continue to talk about it. AJ and Rob on the Morning Huddle will have your first interaction, your first reaction, I should say, on Monday morning. Minix and I will be back here to talk about the NBA Finals and a rematch between the Spurs and the New York Knicks. That's what we're going to be doing. Until then, everybody, go Spurs, go!
Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go!
Ladies and gentlemen,